Go.
Such a lonely day, and it's mine, the most loneliest day of my life. Such a lonely day should be banned. It's a day that I can't stand. The most loneliest day of my life. The most loneliest day of my life. Such a lonely day shouldn't exist. It's a day that I'll never miss. Such a lonely day, and it's mine, the most loneliest day of my life. If you go, I wanna go with you. And if you die, I wanna die with you. Take your hand and walk day of my life. The most loneliest day of my life. The most loneliest day of my life. Such a lonely day, and it's mine. It's a day that I'm glad I survived.
2, go. Started off the night with a little System of a Down, Lonely Day, off of their album, Hypnotize. Excellent album. If you like that kind of music, then I would definitely say give that album, because it was actually going to be a double album. The record company balked at it, so they went ahead and split it up, and they did Mesmerize and then Hypnotize. And if you play them together, that's like the most recent one I can think of that's kind of like a theme album. There are musical callbacks to it. So there's a recommendation for you. Also, as always, a recommendation for my pals Iron Maiden, because, that was Wasted Years off of their Somewhere in Time album. Saw them on that tour. A lot of fun. Cadet, I have to admit, I am playing an app game now.
What? What app game? Is it called go on to wish.com and look at all the things on wish.com? Because it's a bad app game and you should get rid of that app right now, Doc. It's a virus.
I have not. I thought to use the Wish app because it's like, oh yeah, you get all these coupon codes and shit, and I'm like, fuck it. If I can't get it on my PC, I don't need it on my phone. No, there was a game that they put out, an app game they put out about 3 years ago, and it is an Iron Maiden game. It's called Legacy of the Beast, and it's kind of fun. I mean, it's basically like any other fighting app game.
So how many ads do you have to go through to get the gems so that you can buy the pieces for the weapons that you need?
This is nothing like, what is it, Raid Shadow Legends? Fuck that shit.
You have no idea. I've played so many app games. All right, when one of my laptops had died, because I did a bounce test on it, or I should say my cats had done a bounce test on it. They were checking gravity.
Oh my.
That's when I finally bent and gave in and got an actual phone. And other than that, I would play some really shitty games on my laptop because I've never owned a laptop that could actually handle true gaming.
Yeah.
So I played shitty games, usually something from off of Facebook or something like that. Because there are some fun games on Facebook. I'm gonna say that now, and it's true. And it was my only way to get my gaming itch. Because at that point, my Xbox had already been stolen, as well as my N64. I miss that one the most. Anyway, so I bent and I gave in and I got one of the phones, and then I started just looking through a bunch of different apps and stuff on the phone because I'm I need to be able to communicate with people, and so I guess I need Facebook because that's how I had communicated with almost everybody. Was I would just go to a store or something like that to check to see if anybody had messaged me or anything like that. And then when I got a phone, I'm just oh yeah, I can tell people I have a phone. But anyway, while I scroll. So ads are everywhere, and they'll do the game ads and stuff like that. And I saw one for a game, and I'm just oh, it's free to download. I'll check it out. And then as soon as you get the first one, they'll start advertising others to you. And so I wound up downloading a bunch of different kinds of games on my phone. And I'm oh. Anyway, that's me rambling nonsensical bullshit about downloading game apps. And some of them are pretty legit.
Um, I'm kind of a fan of this game because what they do is, you have a fighting team of either 3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
and um, you can recruit other souls to come and fight with you, and it's all dependent on what you beat as to how powerful the soul you get that you can convert. But I think one of the real cool things about it is that Legacy of the Beast allows you to eventually pick up every version of Eddie. Eddie is the mascot for Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to thinking about it, and I thought I can't think of any other, I guess, let's say, I can't think of any other genre where, uh, well, the bands themselves, they actually have mascots that continue on for as long as the band itself. It's almost a selling point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like you've got of course Eddie for Iron Maiden. You've got the War Pig for for Motorhead. You got like Vic Rattlehead for Megadeth. I can't think of any other type of genre where they've got a mascot. I mean, even Anthrax uses Judge Dredd as like their mascot.
Yeah, branding is always a thing. Like, Prince has that symbol. As soon as you see that symbol, you know that it's Prince.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing. It's more about branding for like him, but I'm sure that there are others somewhere. Like, if you look at a chimpanzee, you can think of Michael Jackson because of Bubbles. Or if you look at a blanket,
I see what you did there.
dun-dun-dun, you're welcome. But no, like, and branding's always going to be a big thing when it comes to, I guess it's moved. It's not so much with bands anymore. It's and it's always a good idea for people to like, if they want that kind of recognition, to just find a way to brand themselves. Like, I can't look at Aku without thinking of gaming.
What?
He's the character from Samurai Jack.
Okay.
Anyway, you wind up getting something that you can brand yourself with, and that is the symbol, or maybe even the animal or the creature or whatever it is, that people, when they see it, they associate it with you. Just like Eddie, when people see that, they immediately associate it with Iron Maiden.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny because I don't think they had it in mind when their very first album came out, because the very first album was very. It looked like it was drawn by an art student with a hangover, and it didn't look good. But as the albums progressed, they were just like, "Hey, let's go ahead and put Eddie on the cover." And so every single Iron Maiden cover features Eddie. And they've got well, they have 18 albums, I think. Not including like live stuff. So literally that falls into the easiest thing in the world when these guys are making a video game, to be able to say, okay, well, we have all these different versions of Eddie, and well, I know Context tweeted a picture of it, of the advertisement. But yeah, like the original Iron Maiden cover, I'll go ahead and no context tweet that too. Sucks balls. I mean, I thought I don't want to listen to this band because this looks like the ugliest fucking junior high school, maybe high school art project. I mean, when I was in like 8th grade, I was in art class with this one guy, and our art teacher, who was kind of a little bit on the liberal side, the kind of art teacher where bald head, but
Ponytail,
very well coiffed beard.
Oh.
Kind of like that character that Will Ferrell used to play, the music teacher on Saturday Night Live. He kind of looked like that. So anyway, he thought he'd come up with something cool, and he decided that all of us for our art project for that week would have to design an album cover. And one of the guys, Dennis, this guy was just a stoner through and through. I don't even know if he actually graduated or not, but I know he was in my class, and he was a fucking genius. He did one that had this cosmic space background on it, and it had a Western chuck wagon, and the team of horses were soapers, and the wagon wheels were other pills, the Roar version of a Quaalude. Mm-hmm. And he titled the album cover LSD Soaper Wagon. And that looked better than the album cover that I just put up.
Yeah.
Because that cover's balls. But it got better and better and better. I think this is their most recent one, and I know if Pickle comes on, he's going to correct me. But I think Book of Souls was their last one. So there's Voodoo Dr. Eddie. This was their most recent album cover. Now that's pretty badass. I mean, the artwork on it.
Well, there's also the Misfits. I don't know if their symbol, their mascot thing has a name. I don't know. I just know that like I can see the little, I don't know, ghost face skull mask thingy.
Actually, that one's really easy. They call him the Fiend.
Okay.
Now,
also, these things talk.
Now, also, have you ever heard of the band the Replacements?
Maybe.
No, I'm thinking of the wrong one. I'm trying to remember the band that comes out dressed with wearing eyeballs.
I definitely don't know then. That doesn't sound familiar. But then again, like
it's an
that would require me, I don't know, probably have been to a concert or watched more music videos than what I did. Something. I don't know.
I know somebody I know somebody out there is going to tell me the band that wear the big eyeballs, like you can't see their faces. You don't know who's a part of their band, and they've kept it that way for decades.
There's also Dead Mouse.
What's that one?
He just like, I can't say electronic, but like techno kind of stuff. Or he did. I think he might actually, like, the person who did it might actually be dead. And there's Daft Punk, too. Like, their little helmets and stuff that they wear, that is their brand. They are their own mascots kind of thing.
Well, apparently Radiohead's is a bear. Disturbed is the guy. That looks like a Todd McFarlane drawing. Apparently the demon that you saw on all of Dio's covers was named Murray. They're saying that Algie the pig is Pink Floyd's mascot, which is incorrect. I don't know. Who is this? UltimateGuitar.com. You guys suck. You actually are saying Snaggletooth is the name of the Motorhead mascot, which that is incorrect. It's Warpig. And they're calling Eddie the head. Good God. Anybody can have a website, can't they?
I mean, yeah. It's www.gofuckyourself.com. I'm sure. Like, I'm pretty sure you could type in www. Enter in whatever you want, phrase.com, and it's a site kind of thing. Like, just as soon as the whole computer stuff started taking shape, started doing the thing, my brain hurts.
Really?
I can't fucking do shit right now.
Oh, wait a minute. Apparently Death Clock has a mascot, Facebones.
No. As far as I'm concerned, Death Clock's current mascot is now Batman.
I don't get the reference because I only ever saw season 1.
Oh, search up Bat Metal.
Bat Metal?
Mm-hmm. Just YouTube's Bat Metal. It is beautiful and brilliant.
Oh God, I forgot Sergeant D.
Okay.
From SOD. Hell yes. What was I looking up? God damn it.
You're looking up whatever you want to look up, dog.
Well, you asked me to look something up. Oh, bat metal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should we say our good mornings and then go to the big screen, or?
What's up, bitches?
I don't know what this is. I'm seeing pictures.
Did you YouTube it?
I can't YouTube it because I can't control the volume. The audio will bleed through.
Then fucking let it bleed through.
Okay.
Like, we're just talking about. Excuse me. I should have muted. Nobody needs to hear how I freaking hiccup.
Was that a hiccup?
Shut up.
No, I'm truly concerned now.
Just ignore me. That makes weird noises from her body.
Okay. Well, let's do some good mornings here, shall we?
What's up, bitches?
Good morning, one of our immortals, Ghost Dog 999. Good morning, 3/4 Yoda. Good morning, our goat. The greatest of all time and immortal, Turish. A good morning, Nacho Damas. Yeah. Wait a minute, it just jumped. Okay. Apparently, good morning to gaming and yelling, even though he's saying Cadunt is a fag.
Fucking A right. Gaming, you know it. I am a stick. And you just say that because you want to suck me.
I'm a British cigarette. I think he wants to suck me too.
Yeah.
Good morning, Satan and Satire. Good morning, Goat Man. And that's it. Now, aren't you sad you bailed early?
No, because it's just Ghost Dog, 3/4 Turish, Nostradamus, Gay, Satan and Satire, Goat Man. Sup, bitches.
There you go. And here we are on the big screen with graphics from Streamlabs that don't mean dick. Still, even though it's all fixed, but yeah, okay. Wherever. Let's see here. Where did I have that? Okay, let's see here. Wait a minute. It says there's a channel that does Bat Metal, but it's not showing Death Clock's Bat Metal.
No, just search up Bat Metal. Listen to the first one.
Awaken?
No, it shouldn't. Okay, hold on. I'll just find you a link.
Okay.
YouTube.
Because the only one that's coming up is Death Clock Awaken, and then Bat Metal Returns.
It should just say from the start. If you search up Bat Metal, the first one that says Bat Metal, and then Bat Metal Returns.
Fisted Support.
Okay, I'm just gonna send you the link to this. You may have just searched up something different or something. I don't know.
Well, I put on the search. I put on the search Bat Metal and then Death Clock.
No, just Bat Metal.
All right.
That's all you need. I am posting it.
The same one came up.
I'm posting it in general. That is Bat Metal. The reason why I say just watch the video. Listen.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard.
Yeah, that's the first one that came up, but it doesn't look like it's referencing anything. It looks like somebody just animated it. Wait a minute. That one? Okay, and let's see if... Okay, well, we'll play it for everybody. Here we go, everybody. On the Ari Best. Okay. Really, the only thing I can say to that is I liked it.
You should watch the next one, which is the Bat Metal. I believe it's Bat Metal
Bat Metal
Returns.
I've got Bat Metal Forever on the next one, but
Bat Metal Returns should be the second one. Bat Metal Forever should be the one after it, because there's not really an order, but there's slightly an order. So I'm just saying, I could introduce you to this kind of shit all night.
You wanna hear some more Bat Metal? Is that it?
We could. I'm unopposed to that. That'll give me time to go and get my food and not be eating on stream.
Okay. It's 4 minutes long, so let's crank this one up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Batman. You saved my life. No problem, Aquaman. Oh, can I kiss your ass? Oh, I don't know, Aquaman. You think it's a good idea? Of course. Oh, stop it, Aquaman. Oh, it's still wrecking.
Okay, so Okay, so
Now-
so wait a minute. Is this if I'm surmising this correctly?
Mhm.
This is actually music by Death Clock that somebody just animated with Batman.
I do believe, don't quote me on this, but I do believe that the creators or whatnot like give their full green light for this stuff too.
Well, yeah, because Cartoon Network fucked them over because they had another season going.
Brendan Small has approved of this. Yes.
Yeah, because like this is and when I heard the first one, I was like, I fucking know that band. Where do I know that band from? What the fuck? And then when I heard Bat Metal Returns, that's when I knew because I remembered the fucking that episode.
Mhm.
Like nobody's business. I'm just like, oh, that's fucking Death Clock. Yes.
Well, and then the third one not only features a Death Clock song, but it also features a song from Galacticon also.
Well, and here
Which is
I will
another Brandon Small group.
I will go ahead and put the link in there to the chat. If you guys go over and subscribe to the guys who animated this, because it is fucking choice. And I guess we have to finish the trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
yes. By the way, the third one is both my favorite and least favorite.
Okay. I guess I will watch to see what that actually means.
Okay.
So,
Pickle. I think you and I talked about this like the other night too, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
okay,
Yes.
here we go. So please don't strike us.
I will
Ari
fucking
Beth.
eat you. Sorry, I wasn't muted yet.
We can't just get out of the car, right?
Right.
Bruce, don't get me wrong, but after all what he's done to our city, and Barbara,
I already talked with her about that.
and what she said,
I said that if you're really gonna bring back that green-ass clown, I will never miss this party.
Oh, hi, Barbara. Good to see you, but I mean, you back. Damn it. All right, everybody get serious, huh?
Are we started already?
Yes, the time has come. The time has come to awaken him. I call upon the ancient lords of the underworld to bring forth this beast and awaken, take the land that must be taken. Awaken, devour world, might will
well, shit. Bruce? Hey, Bruce. You know, I just think about it, and maybe we try something with his DNA. I mean, it's all over the place now.
I got better idea. Boop, 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 boop. The only question is, who is your favorite?
Very nice. I have to say, without a doubt, one of the reasons why I tuned in to Metalocalypse was because of the fact that it was damn good music.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, well put together, well produced. It wasn't those like. Do you remember the bullshit shorts that Cartoon Network used to put together and just slap in like weird music? Yeah. I know they did Devo, Go Monkey Go.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a couple of other bands, but I only read a little bit about what ended up happening. Apparently the guy who created Metalocalypse,
Brendan Small.
Yeah. Okay. I'll forget the name. So yeah. Mr. Small. He went out on a very short tour where they played his music, because it wasn't just, well, we'll get these studio guys together and they'll do my music. He actually had a band.
Yeah. And
they went out and they toured only 6 or 10 places, and there were small venues.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, wherever they went, it got packed out.
Not surprised.
The venues were full, and somebody. Oh, by the way, good morning, Fat Andy.
Fat Andy.
Somebody got a bug up their ass at Cartoon Network that they were out shopping, that they were out using their property when it belonged to him. It was just the thing that belonged to Cartoon Network was the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And he was ready for a season 3, and they started imposing certain things that they wanted him to do. Mm-hmm. With merchandise tie-ins and shit. Now, they're getting what do they call it? Toy-centric. Like they told Joel Schumacher, he's like, they were like, we got all these toys. You have to work them into the script. By the way, R.I.P. Joel Schumacher. You still made one of my favorite movies, and that's Falling Down.
Well, and he did Lost Boys also.
The
movie.
Well, I like Edward Herrmann in it. But I hate that fucking theme song. That
Cry Little Sister?
Yes.
I love that theme song.
Oh god.
Because it makes me think of young Kiefer Sutherland, and I'm just like, hi. Fuck everything else that may or may not have started the quote unquote vampire fetish. That man has one of the most gorgeous necks, and I'm just like, okay, I'm down for this.
Wait a minute, gorgeous. Oh, I forgot. That's one of your things.
Yep.
I know it's weird.
No, I just forgot it.
Yeah,
I'm old. I forgot it.
It's okay, but it's a lot of, because I've been made fun of for that being my favorite body part on a man. Mm-hmm. That it's just if I'm looking for the aesthetic, I'm looking at the neck first.
Okay. Well, then then here. I know context tweeted just for you.
Is it? Hold on. Now I gotta go onto Twitter to go and look and see if
Do you want me to put it in general? I'll put it in general.
Oh God.
What am I looking at?
It's from Lost Boys.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I can't see that dude's neck, so I don't care. He doesn't have a good enough sternocleidomastoid, okay?
But
I have standards.
But he's the sexy sax guy.
He's the sax guy.
By the way,
he's so sexy. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. That's the image that's like burned into my head. Anytime I think about Lost Boys, the first thing that comes up is sexy sax guy.
No, hold on. Now I gotta go wash that out for y'all. Let's see.
Click.
I know I type loud apparently on this lappy.
No, I was just being an ass.
No, she does type loud. All right.
It's because laptop microphones are shit and they like to pick up the keyboards.
Here, wait, is this here? I will no context tweet this for you.
Well, I'm looking. Okay.
There you go. I'll even put it in general. Is that
is it Kiefer Sutherland smirking? Like
Yeah.
His smirk is good too. Okay, so that'd be my second thing. If you got like one of those little like sassy shit-eating like smirks, like, you know, I'm probably gonna like you. Yeah, you can slightly. This doesn't show it as good, but you can see like the sternocleidomastoid, like right there. You can't see me like stroking it with my mouse right now.
Thank God for small favors.
But that's my favorite body part, specifically the sternocleidomastoid.
I'm trying to think if I actually have a body part that I have an attraction to. Today, Pickle, I showed Kadant a picture of my first wife.
Mm-hmm.
And did my first wife look anything like my second wife?
No.
Yep.
I mean, the hair kind of.
Not really, because when I met Nursey, she was like almost buzz cut.
Like, yeah.
Almost shaved on the sides and everything. Well, here, wait. Pickle, I will. I can't show everybody yet, but I will send him the picture that. Oh God, mother puss bucket. Do it right, son. Do it right.
Do it good.
Here.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to post a picture.
You are.
I'm going to post a picture. Should I just no context tweet it?
I guess you can. I sent you a picture, Pickle.
Okay.
And keep in mind that this picture is like 30 years old. My Irish twin sent it to me today, and she took a picture of a picture. And I'm like, God damn you, boomer. She's like, hey, I'm only 10 months older than you, and I'm like, doesn't make a difference. It's a frame of mind. It's an attitude.
It's a watercolor.
No context tweet away.
Yeah, I mean it does look a little messy, but that's what my because you saw a picture of Nursey, or you've seen a picture of Nursey before. So does that look like opposite ends of the spectrum?
Yes.
But then again, my first wife, she was a librarian.
That's what you like, glasses.
Librarians are just hot, man, because they're like they're like angels when they're dealing with the Dewey Decimal System, and they are demons when they're in between the sheets.
Well, just ask your. Never mind. I was gonna be a cunt.
No talking.
What are you up to, Kadan?
No, I would say I was gonna be a cunt, and then Pickle acted like the naughty librarian.
Okay. You put up a picture of what the mastoid is.
Yeah. I want to bite it.
I will no context retweet. There you go.
Like that is like as soon as I see it, so I've been hit on by at fair before by a lesbian who I put in a corset. And she noticed that I was not staring at her face or her tits, because I was staring at her neck. And she's like, excuse me, my tits are down here. You help me get them up. And I'm just like, oh, you just have a really nice neck. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why, but that's my thing, is necks, specifically that muscle. Like, I think it's because I know that if first off, I can get my teeth around it. And then if I'm pissed off, I can rip it off and rip it out and cause you to bleed out to death right in front of me.
By the way, speaking of, because I haven't spent a lot of time on Der Twatter.
Me neither. I've been really offline a lot lately.
Yeah. By the way, Pickle, could you tell that I was wearing a Judge Dredd shirt?
I could not. That
is 30 years old proof of my fandom for Joe. What did you think of Panda immortalizing you in Lego?
Me?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I was just like, this is cool. This is awesome.
Yeah, I will no context retweet that too. So just in case you guys haven't seen it or you don't follow Panda, Panda started off doing wrestling setups, doing dioramas of wrestling setups for what do you call it? For Morning Decay, which kind of mutated into the Las Cruces thing, kind of. And I don't know why he did it, but he made me one of the commentators. So I'm usually in a wrestling diorama sitting behind a microphone. So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
I appreciate that. I even had that as my avatar. I haven't really switched over on any avatars. I think after 2 years, I ran out of audience art, so I just went to the enabler picture because, good God, I like the enabler picture. but then Cadunt gets all this. Well, no, we haven't seen Samaj around in a while. But he usually draws you up quite nice.
I mean, he's only done like a couple of things, and that like they're mostly just like jokes, you know. Because like when he was on gaming stream, I would be like, so much, because you got to do the little schmeckle drunken stutter thing. The thumbnail for tonight is gonna be this, and this is what you. And so like he actually drew the things based off of the jokes. I'm just like, you don't have to do that, but this is awesome, and I'm so pleased. That's how the one with pickle in my mouth.
I walked right into that conversation, literally.
You did, and then gaming in the background. Oh my god, why?
By the way, good morning, Full Metal Joker.
Good morning.
Hi, Joker. But yeah, like Samaj is really like he's so talented, and anytime he draws anything of me, I'm kind of like blown away and honored, because yeah, it makes me happy.
I tell you, I've been stuck in this groove. I've been playing that game Legacy of the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cool things is it has full authority from the band Iron Maiden, and so anytime you're into fights, there are no vocals, but every fight is backed with one of their songs. And I think Iron Maiden makes some pretty good fight music.
Yeah, they do.
And the game is free to play. You can buy shit if you really want to, but if you play the game right, you can still play for free.
Yeah, but when it comes to free to play games, I occasionally throw a few bucks at them if they keep me entertained.
Yeah, I mean, I was automatically fascinated by this. The fact that there are like 16 different Eddies. I don't even know how many Eddies that there are in it, but it seems to be all of them.
But like this one game I've been playing that I've been enjoying the hell out of, it's Crossout. Yeah, it's free to play, but every so often I throw like $5 or $10 at it, because yeah, I like how they do it. It's like, here's the pieces of stuff, here's the weapons, make your own shit and fight with it.
There are a dickload of fucking Eddies. I shit you not. Because they have like 5 categories. They've got like Warrior, Magus, Sentinel, Assassin, Gunner. And there are at least 12. 12 different Eddie versions.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess they got I guess they got their shit thought out, and apparently people still play it. Shit, I didn't even know it existed until like three days ago, and I'm like, I'm gonna look this up. They do have one that's Eddie dressed in a Santa costume.
Nice.
Called Coal Giver Eddie. Very nice. Okay, I will run away with that. Can I bring up one political thing, Kadant? Oh, she's muted. Okay, so I'm gonna, so I'm going to bring it up then. I saw the video of there's been 4 shootings in the Chaz or the Chop or whatever the fuck it is. I know the reason why they changed the name. Because literally, if they called it an autonomous zone, then that's treason, and they could just roll in there with the military and stomp them out. So that's why they changed it to CHOP. But anyway, one of the guys who got shot in the second event shooting, he broadcast from his actual hospital bed. Now, keep in mind, he got shot 5 times. But apparently the guy was a bad fucking shot. Because I don't know where he got shot, because they were showing him from like the chest up. So apparently he didn't get hit any place vital. Kind of like the first time Tupac got shot. So, and no, Nostradamus, Schmeckel isn't dead. He's just Canadian.
And drunk.
Wow. This guy literally from his hospital bed while they were triaging him blamed the police department for him getting shot.
But they weren't in there. They're not allowed to be in that autonomous zone.
Yep. That's like blaming New York firefighters for not putting out your house in Kansas.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, like, you know that, like, people sitting here blaming the first responders for not going in and saving that one guy that ended up dying when they set up a human roadblock, keeping them out, keeping people out.
Well, and the first responders, once they hit the roadblock, they said, "Listen, we don't go into any shooting situation without backup from the police. We do not do it. So you guys are going to have to let our police escort come in with us." And that's why they held him at bay and said, "No, you can't come in." And so you people, whatever the fuck you're doing, it's you know what, you could really let loose that state, just shove it out into the ocean, and let the whole state be autonomous. Because, good God, there's been nothing but grief coming from that state, and they just keep letting people do stupid shit. And it gave those assholes in DC the balls to try to establish a zone in the District of Columbia. You know, the seat of our republic. And they're not going to have that shit. That is not going to happen. Because they've defaced a couple of buildings, but when they tried to get close to any of the memorial stuff, guns were drawn by it's a version of the Secret Service. They're there not only to protect the president, but to protect our national capital. So they were just like, "Listen, you guys we're not the police. We're the Secret Service. We're going to shoot your ass. You come in hostile, you try to tag shit, you try to tear shit up, we are taking you out. There are no rubber bullets in our guns." Although I thought it was funny, I've been watching Breitbart for the past, 3 days? And, they formed a line with their bicycle cops. So their bicycles are like their barricade. Mm-hmm. And then people are like, "Well, what do you do if we're going to go through here?" It's like, well, you try to break this line, we arrest you. You go to jail. That's it. Yeah, but that's, you're suppressing our freedom of speech. And the cop just looked at me and went, "When you bust stuff up, when you go to places that you are not allowed to go, then you are breaking the law. That is not freedom of speech. That's your freedom of expression. And when you do freedom of expression, we have the right to express ourselves freely by cuffing your ass and throwing you in the tank."
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
One thing that's thoroughly been pissing me off is people defacing and taking down like national monuments and statues and stuff
Oh yeah.
because they happen to own slaves, and it's like,
Well, have you heard about what happened in my state capital?
no, what happened?
The state capital of Ohio is Columbus.
Yeah.
In front of the administrative building, like where the mayor's office is and everybody else who has some type of governmental office for the state. They had a statue of Christopher Columbus, and people kept like defacing it, throwing shit at it and stuff. So the mayor decided to remove the statue and put it into storage for now. Well, that inspired more assholes to do asshole things. There is, I don't think I can put it on the, but currently right now, let me go ahead and read you this story. This was put out and picked up by a bunch of different people. It says an online petition at change.org, yay, change.org, is seeking to rename Columbus, Ohio because of its namesake, Christopher Columbus. It's just too much for the delicate snowflakes to handle. Columbus is an amazing city, the petition reads, but one whose name is tarnished by the very name itself. Its namesake, Christopher Columbus, is in the bad place because of all his raping, slave trading, and genocide. That's not exactly a proud legacy.
Columbus wasn't a slave trader.
No. I mean, everybody who was an explorer ended up fucking the natives. I don't know if that's essentially rape or not, but who knows? I wasn't alive back then. And he didn't actually, because I think these guys are confusing them with the actual Spaniards and the Portuguese, that when they landed in South, Central, and Lower North America, they just started slaughtering people.
Mm-hmm.
They just started slaughtering indigenous tribes. Columbus actually did trading. He landed, was it on the Hawaiian Islands? Or Fiji or somewhere like that.
And at that time, like, here's the thing that a lot of these people don't realize. Yeah, they may have slept with the natives or maybe had a few native wives. That's mainly because that's the culture of the tribe. In order for you to trade with the tribe, you have to have a way in, i.e. have a bride or have a someone in the tribe a part of your entourage.
But don't fuck the baby.
Hasadiga e-boy.
Fuck you, God.
Fuck you, God in the ass, mouth, and cunta. Fuck you, God in the ass, mouth, and cunta. Fuck you, God in the ass, mouth, and cunta. Fuck you in the eye.
Oh my!
By the way,
Or may not know that song.
By the way, did you watch the link that I sent over to you about the guy who filled in the blanks for Book of Mormon by doing animatics?
I don't know. Don't ask me things. My brain's been fucked up all day. I've been fucked up all day.
Okay, so here we go. There's roughly 35,000 signatures to this change.org petition. And guess what they want to rename Columbus, Ohio?
Oh God, what?
They want to name it Flavortown.
I'll sign that petition.
According to the petition, the new name is twofold. For one, it honors Central Ohio's proud heritage as a culinary crossroads and one of the nation's largest test markets for the food industry. Actually, no. Where I live, Dayton, is the largest test market for the food industry. So, fuck you, you're wrong. Secondly, chief celebrity Guy Fieri was born in Columbus, so naming the city in honor of him, he's such a good dude, really, would be superior to its current nomenclature.
No, Yada Kashan King is also white.
So we'll call it Kingsburg.
See, I'm going to be honest.
Uh-huh.
I've signed a petition on change.org before.
Yeah.
It was a few years back when they got in pictures of like the new planet or whatever.
Yeah.
Kepler something.
Yeah, I only got the Kepler part, really.
Yeah. Kepler something, blah, 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 numbers, whatever. And I signed the petition to name the planet, change the name of the planet to Namek.
After Corin Nemec from Parker Lewis Can't Lose?
No.
Okay. Where's that come from?
Pickle.
What I do?
Do you want to explain where the name Namek would come from for naming a planet?
It comes from Dragon Ball Z. It's the home planet of the Namekians, which is an alien race of slug-like creatures.
Nerd!
Yeah.
The reason why so many people wanted to name the Kepler planet or whatever Namek is because the pictures that they have of it looks fairly similar to
Pickles wearing a DBZ.
Pickles wearing a DBZ.
Yeah, sure.
DBZ shirt.
Oh, nice. I'm being attacked by a kitten, so do forgive my distraction. They, for some reason, especially you, get off my laptop. Seems to like to be on my laptop.
No, anything that's endorsed by Guy Fieri. Now this I didn't know. In the article, it also says that people are now starting to call Columbus Day Indigenous Peoples Day. Is that true?
Yes.
I know.
Yes, there are some people who refer to it as Indigenous Peoples Day. There are others who refer to it as Natives Day.
And my word to those people is F you. I'm calling it Columbus Day.
I'm at the point of no.
Okay, so if you guys really want to, here's the link to change.org. Change.org, I tune in like almost on a daily basis to see what kind of stupid shit they're coming up with.
You mean to see what kind of shit that's never going to happen because it's not like we can even get like bills actually passed? What do they think a petition's going to really do? That would require our government to care about what the American people want. Just so you all know, and just so you all are aware, they don't.
Well, the only petition I almost considered signing was the petition where they wanted Michelle Obama to strip naked.
God, why?
So it would prove that she was a woman. And then at the very bottom of the petition it says, and if nothing else, we'll have something new to masturbate to. Great petition.
Better her than Hillary. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh God! I already know context tweeted the Hillary fakes. Oh God! And that of course, for some reason, incited Suit to start porn bombing me again. But something that I didn't know, that Guy Fieri actually ended up raising like $20 million during the pandemic to be dispersed to food service workers.
Oh, cool.
That's kind of a neat thing. I'd like to see a citation on that, but
not just him, but I think I forgot which beer company. I think Budweiser.
Oh, sure.
Was giving money to service people that lost their jobs, like bars and whatnot.
Well, now here's the thing that really gets to me. Anybody who is has any love for history, and good morning, Bunny, in the chat. And,
hello there, Bun.
And good morning, Mad Dodge. The thing that really kills me is that they're like, oh, Columbus, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and they give him credit for discovering America. He didn't get anywhere close to it. America is named after a guy named Amerigo Vespucci.
Yes.
He was the first guy that actually got documented historically to land in North America, when technically the Vikings had probably beat him by about 1,000 years, but the Vikings couldn't read or write, so nobody really kept a record. Oh, good morning to Buzz of the Hive.
Hi, Buzz.
Turish, you're close. Hillary Clinton's nethers are a vile den of scum and villainy.
Wretched Hive?
You will never find a more wretched hive. But yeah, I thought it was so dumb because I have no idea. There must have been great politicking on Christopher Columbus's side, because he had been a failure as an explorer all of his life. And when they did the spice trade, I think he originally landed in like the Fiji Islands or something. I forget if it was the Fijis or what ended up to become Hawaii. But that's where he ended up. And then he came back again on another trip, and I think the 2 of his 3 boats that he brought with him sank. I mean, he was a fucking horrible explorer. And I believe he also died penniless and almost out on the streets, because he had borrowed so much money from the Spanish crown and did not have the ability to pay them back. So, but you know what? Columbus, Ohio has been around longer than anybody who's protesting it. Leave it the fuck alone. Because you guys have no goddamn idea. I tell you what, I will vote yes on this petition. And if it happens, I want the people who are voting yes on the petition step up, take fiscal responsibility for making all the changes to the road signs and to the government letterhead and stationery and all of the money that it's going to take to change Columbus to Flavortown. You guys step up and do that, I'll sign your petition. But you guys are just dickheads. You just want to do something stupid to do something stupid. It's like when Time Magazine. Do you remember when they used to do Man of the Year and they would allow the internet to vote? Well, there was this place called 4chan, and they figured out how to work the system, because they're like, oh, you can only get 1 entry per email. Well, they filtered in thousands of fucking, before bots existed.
Oh yeah, like when Mountain Dew wanted to have, they had the apple flavor Mountain Dew, so they asked the internet what the name was. So 4chan came in, and the number 1 name was Hitler Did Nothing Wrong.
Yeah, Green apple, Hitler did nothing wrong. I want to, you know what? If they would have come out with that, I would have bought a fucking bottle.
And what was it? Granny Mist was the other one. Was the second place one?
I forget, but we even.
Oh, now I remember Gushing Granny.
Oh, nice. And good morning to Green Thunder to Mighty. I remember we even got involved in this, and we figured out how to game the system, and we actually got. This was 1998, maybe 99. We got Times Man of the Year voted in as Ric Flair, the wrestler, and he won by a fucking landslide. Like he had 52% of the vote or whatever it was, and people were like, "Well, obviously people are gaming our system, so we're just going to have to pick, and you guys we're going to have to disqualify every internet vote." But God damn it, Rick should have been. I mean, yeah. That that definitely shows the hypocrisy. It's like, yeah, vote who your favorite is. And it's like, do you not realize what the internet is? The internet is an I'm gonna fuck with you machine. And you don't just drop your pants and bend over. Because you will get it. I'm not. They need to go fucking someplace else because there's no way. Even though the mayor pussed out and he's now hiding the Christopher Columbus statue in a warehouse somewhere. No, okay. They even are tearing down Thomas Jefferson statues. And they're also asking for the removal of George Washington statues. And now there's a campaign. I haven't been able to read all of it yet, but now they're trying to focus a campaign on Abraham Lincoln. Can you fucking believe that? Now, I know Abraham Lincoln said, I would have done whatever it would have taken to keep the Union together. If that meant slavery, good. If that meant slavery for some and not for other states, good. Or total abolition. He's like, personally, I'm for abolition, but he literally considered that he would have done anything just to keep the Union together. So I don't know if they're going to try to pull that card, but that's just it's the height of idiocracy. I am really so tired of these fucking idiots, and they are. You can't watch 3 days of live protesting or watch any of the actual real news feeds, any of the footage that's coming out of Seattle without just shaking your fucking head going, you guys are goddamn idiots. Now, I feel sorry for the people who live in that zone, like legally lived there before the assholes took it over. Because, the first thing I would have done was pull a diehard on them. I would have shut down that fucking power grid where they set up. They're like, oh, okay, you guys are autonomous. Figure out where to get your electricity from. Figure out where to get your running water from. Fuck you. You want to be all by your lonesome? You don't want to live under the government's rules? And there are people like calling Domino's and having them deliver a bunch of fucking pizzas to them. And people are donating canned goods and stuff from outside the zone. And they're also pulling a strong arm on any of the shops that are in that zone. They're essentially paying them protection money to keep people from raiding their shops and taking their shit. I just think of Animal Farm. All animals are created equal, some more equal than others. It drives me nuts. Although I really appreciated the fact that they made a garden. And the only thing they're growing is like herbs. And I hate to tell them this, but you can't take and throw cardboard down and then throw dirt on top of it and try to plant seeds.
No.
It doesn't work.
Oh, I seen that. Oh no. I'm
Yeah.
like, do these people not even garden? Jeez.
They have no survival skills. Now, the only people who have survival skills are the bums, the homeless that they let in. Because like
that was funny.
Yeah, because like the first thing they did was they figured out where they were stashing all the food, and they're like, "Oh, it's free to everyone." So they took everything they could run away with. They took, and they're like, "Hey, you can't do that." And it's like, "Hey, it said we could take whatever we wanted, and we're doing it. Bye, see ya."
See, I can't hate the bums for that. Nah, that's smart. That is brilliance.
If nothing else, they have no right to complain because they were like, well, we're striking out for the homeless too, because they're the tossed away of our society, what they don't care about. And what a lot of people don't realize is that those who aren't actually legally insane, that most of the people that are out in the streets, because I was homeless for a time, most of the people who are out on the streets are homeless by choice because they don't want to follow the government's rules, and they don't want to have to deal with society. They want to live life their way. Now, the older you get when you run into the homeless, the crazier that they are. But like the young homeless that are running into this place and into big cities to try to, I don't know what they're doing, to be honest with you. But they decided that they're not going to live the way that was constructed or being conducted. So they're going to fuck off and take their chances. And you know what? The world is a shit ton meaner when the societal rules go out the window. I mean, fuck, what? They had 4 shootings so far? But yeah, I brought that up because I can't believe that fucker who got shot in the second round of shootings started blaming the fucking cops for not being there. And he's looking for legal representation for somebody to help him sue the Seattle Police Department.
It's like they're damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Yeah. He's gonna end up getting money from it. I will bet that they will fold like a fucking house of cards and give him some money to make him go away. And by the way, I am also tired of seeing whatever company sends me a letter that I purchase from or whatever. Well, we're committed to racial equality, so we're giving money. Why don't you just be better people? You don't have to give any money because money's not going to solve this racial divide that is getting wider and wider and wider. And I didn't say whiter. Wider. Because people are really starting to get dumber and dumber.
And like, I'm starting to think Idiocracy was them going, hey, it's starting to look like a documentary. Like, Jesus Christ.
He was pretty much on the money because the smart people were holding off on breeding and the dumb people just fucking like rabbits. And you might want to notice, people in the audience, I've not brought color up a single goddamn time.
Nope.
That's not what it's about. It's about people being stupid. Now, there are people out there, because I honestly believe it's less of a race thing than it is of a class thing. I believe that's where the societal breakdown is. I think it's more in the classism. If they were going to fight anything that was literally tangible, not nowadays, it should be classism.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to do that, because it's very much easier to say, "Oh, I'm part of an oppressed minority group," instead of saying, "Hey, the rich are fucking us. They're getting all these tax breaks. They're getting all these kickbacks and corporate incentives to go do business, and then their bank is in the Bahamas." Let's see here. Yeah, Washington did. You're right, Buzz. Washington did free the slaves upon his death because he put it in his will. That was the only legal way that it could be done. That upon your death, they had to execute what was in your will. Let's see. Okay. A quote from Booker T. Washington. "There is a certain class of race problem solvers who don't want the patient to get well, because as long as the disease holds out, they have not only an easy means of making a living, but also an easy medium through which to make themselves prominent before the public."
Yeah.
And Booker T said that over 100 years ago. So, yeah. They, what's the word? Myopic and nearsighted. They can only see the things that are just right there in front of them. And the thing that really makes me the nuttiest is the fact that all you need to do is do your due diligence. Don't let people tell you what happened. Go find out for yourself.
Yeah.
We have the greatest informational resource, the internet. Go fucking use it.
That's one of the things that pisses me off the most. We are in the age where all the information you could ever want and need is right at your fingertips. All you got to do is sit down and look it up. And yet there's so many stupid people.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you live in the land of the free. Everybody has a right to say what they think, and I'm still all for that. You can say whatever you want. That unicorns exist. That anytime I fart, it smells like potpourri. You can say all that shit, but like I was saying, you don't have freedom of speech. You don't have the right to exercise your God damn it, what is it? Freedom of expression. You don't have the freedom to express yourself any way that you want, especially if it ends in violence. Or if it ends in any type of public destruction. Because I swear, man, I've got enough money to where I can gas up my fucking car and drive to Washington and help protect the fucking monuments. Because that's our history.
Yeah.
Be it good or bad or whatever, because people are like, we need to tear down the Washington Monument because that was built with slave labor. And it's like, what's done is done.
See, and this is what I'd like to explain to people. Like, we should be looking at our past as, yes, shit happened, but we need to look at the past as a learning lesson as, yeah, it happened, but we're not going to repeat it.
Well, and it wasn't in the Bible, but the quote, it was some Roman guy. those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. These people are just they're repeating stuff, but their ignorance is not even allowing them to consider what happened in the past. Or people give them a lot of shit when they were like, hey, segregation was a hard thing. People got hurt, people got killed, but there were people marching peacefully to show that shit needed to get done, and that did affect some type of change.
Yeah, like for instance, Martin Luther King Jr. He wanted all races to be equal, and Malcolm X wanted the black community not to rely on government handouts, but to
Yeah.
build up their own communities with their own two hands. Like, you white guys stay out, we'll fix our communities our way. We'll have families taking care of their kids. If someone needs a job, someone in our community will give them a job. If someone needs help paying rent, someone in our community will help them pay their rent, and so on and so forth. People
Well,
have forgotten that.
that's how the Black Panthers came about. They were a community action group.
Yeah, it was originally a community-funded outreach program.
Yeah, they were the ones that actually created the school lunch program.
Yeah.
So if people are like, well, nobody ever did anything creative or anything helpful without having to have violence first, well, you're wrong. You're wrong, and you will continue to be wrong until you take the time to educate yourselves. Do your due diligence. The easiest way to fight and get your way is through words, not words used to shout people down, not words used to call people racists or bigots or homophobes or transphobes or whatever the fuck is the soup du jour. It's not going to make a difference in the end because it's all just shouting. The more that you shout at somebody, the more you try to use violence, the more that you are polarizing and pushing people away from helping you. Even people who think you had something good going on, if there's violence that's happening, if there's dissension that's being caused, you're not going to get that support. You're not going to get the fence sitters. You prove nothing by taking over a city, a block, was like 4 or 5 city blocks, and making nothing out of it, but just a big fucking, we're getting wasted and there's no cops around, so we can do what we want. And there's tons of people getting their shit stolen. They're getting rolled like aluminum siding salesmen at a Las Vegas convention. They're getting fucking rolled hard. And, they've got these quote unquote security teams going around, and they're armed. Excuse me, didn't you say no guns? Also, you got barricades set up all around your little zone. Didn't you? Aren't you guys against walls? Right now, that little spot in Seattle should be recorded as much as possible, so it can be played for future generations. When somebody asks what is the meaning of the word hypocrite, just play them a 10-minute tape. Just give me a video and let it play and go, this is hypocrisy. Whoever thought this was a good idea is truly not in the picture anymore. And the first person who was supposedly leading the charge, I think it was a transgender guy. And this person they found had a history of sexual impropriety, and he was also hitting on people to give him sex in the zone, and they just drummed him out. Now they got some other idiot who's talking about how, yeah, we have to be armed all the time, and we have to make these choices because the United States government hasn't been able to figure anything out. And my only question to him is, okay, how many people need to die in your zone before you figure it out? How many lives have to be lost? How many people have to be raped? How many people have to be beaten? How many people have to be stolen from? How many people have to be segregated? You literally have a place in this zone where only black people are allowed to be. That, by virtue of what you're doing, even if you take the word black away, you're segregating, only allowing a certain amount, a certain type of people to be in this place. That is racism. Every single color, whatever your melanin content is, if you are being separated because of that, that is called racism. Figure it the fuck out. It just drives me insane. I had a friend that I went through school with. He so happens to be black, and we were talking about this, and I just jokingly said, "Oh yeah, but you can't be racist." And he's like, "I can't be racist. What do you mean, cracker?" Good guy, really good guy. Level head. That's what you have to have. You can't radicalize these ideas by using violence or coercion, because it's simply not going to work. They're going to end up eating themselves. And I'm just wondering how long it's going to take for the mayor of Seattle to send in troops and say, listen, all right, you guys had your fun. We're done with this. How many complaints from the actual citizens that live in that zone that are paying rent, that are paying their gas and electric bills? When are they going to get some consideration as law-abiding citizens? Because everybody who set this zone up and took it over, they're breaking the law. Kadant. Damn it, Kadant, come back.
Get your ass back in here.
I know she's got like 3 different devices currently. I know at least 2 of them are working, so she should be listening with at least one of them. God damn it, kid. Martha Washington is Buzz's seventh great grandmothers. There were 6 great grandmothers before her. Is that 7th generation grandmother? Because apparently my family is somewhere related to Jack Albertson. You know, the uncle in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You know, because he stole fizzy lifting drinks. Good morning, Bunny.
Good morning.
Hello there, Bun Bun.
Can you wake up, Kadant, by any chance? Can you kick your sister's bed or something?
I don't know. Isn't it pretty late? Shouldn't she be sleeping anyway?
Hey, it's 4:00 here. It's only 1 there.
Yeah, it's 3:50. It's 3:52, man. It's time to get up and start doing.
Oh. But I'm trying to get Kadant in here because I need to go pee. and there should be somebody hosting at this point, and I'm not peeing on my own goddamn floor.
It's good to know that you don't trust me, Dad.
Ugh. Hey, I taught you girls good bathroom habits. You close the door, and you don't take any devices in with you. Leave your phones
Bullshit.
outside.
This
Why
is
not?
true.
Because you
Ew,
spend
all the bacteria on your phone? Ew. No.
you guys spend too much time on the interwebs anyway. You need to get out and play. Go out and enjoy the sun.
I'm trying to get out and play, but
I'm gonna try this one thing to see if I can bring life back to my co-host.
please don't use an air horn.
No. I said, "Where are you?" I gotta pee! With several exclamation points.
So, Pickle, how was the show today?
It was slow.
Okay, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back in a moment.
I mean, I was having fun playing my game, but other than that, that was that.
What game were you
Persona 4 Golden.
Okay.
Yeah, weed game. It's not good.
Looks
It's not good.
nice.
It was alright.
I'm trying to create a jungle and I'm getting a lot of plants.
Oh.
Yes. Actually, too many. I don't have the pots for it. So now I have to buy more.
Uh-huh.
So how's everyone doing?
Yeah. I'm doing all right.
Good.
I woke up a few hours ago. Got tired of reading, so now I'm sitting at my computer talking to you guys and enjoying this packet of nicotine. Like, ah man, I feel pretty good now.
Packet?
Nicotine.
You chew?
No, it's I think I said it before. I don't think I told you. It's called Velo. It's like spitless tobacco, but it's flavored nicotine.
It's chew.
It's snooze.
Yeah.
All right.
And this stuff is pretty good.
What flavor is it?
Oh, right now it's mint. Cause the brand that I got only has two flavors, citrus and mint. And a couple days ago, I already had the citrus, so I'm like, I'll enjoy the mint this time.
Yeah, mint is pretty standard.
Mhm.
Well, mint and menthol.
Right.
Like, dude, when I vape, that's pretty much the two flavors I get. It's either menthol or mint, because I don't like all those strange flavors.
Ain't down with all that strange, you know.
So, Bun Bun, when that ice cream truck crashed, how much ice cream did you steal?
It wasn't in my area, and
Damn it!
I didn't see it. Except maybe a few hearts. No. No.
Oh.
And I knew, I knew you were going like, damn it, because I knew if that truck would have crashed in your area, you would have ran out there like ice cream.
Actually, I wouldn't. I'm not that into ice cream.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why don't you like ice cream?
She didn't say she didn't like it. She just said she wasn't that into it.
I had ice cream yesterday, though. That was a bad idea.
I just destroyed my last ice cube tray. Damn it! I gotta go buy some more.
Wait, in the restroom? What the hell?
Oh, I had to pee, and
I
then I'm like,
I don't want to know.
well, no, my bathroom is right next to the kitchen, so I'm like, yeah, I might as well get some ice. So
you filled the trays.
So I got the ice, but my ice tray is now destroyed.
What you could do is, and this is something we've got, one of them ice maker machines that you put on your countertop.
Nope. I don't have
Why?
I don't have a lot of countertop.
Well, it don't take much space.
Those silicone.
Those things, because that's we run low on ice. And we decided to get it because the ice maker was on sale. But before then, what we would usually do is right up the street. There's one of them ice machines that give you 18 to 20 pounds of ice for like less than $2.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ice. Totally. So intriguing. So much.
By the way, good morning, 3/4.
Good morning, Yoda.
Good evening, everyone. Heard we're talking about ice. Apparently, that's a little bit of a frosty subject.
Mm-hmm.
Ding 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 ding.
No.
Ice Cube, baby, too cold.
You know, he was the first one that went platinum on CD. Vanilla Ice's first album was.
Wait, he was the first one to go platinum? No, wait, no,
on
for real though. Stop
on CD. Yeah.
Wait, collaborate and listen. Ice is Ice back with a brand new invention?
Yeah, the brand new invention being sampling,
The Police.
Queens.
Queen or Police?
Queen and David Bowie.
Queen and David Bowie's collaborative efforts.
Under pressure.
Pushing down on me.
Well, if you think
Cadet singing that like Melissa Etheridge.
See, the thing that always kind of weirded me out was there's urban music out there that uses hooks, but back in the 80s it was blatant. Like, I mean, they were stealing whole tracks. They just weren't taking a hook. They were taking like what is it? MC Hammer for "You Can't Touch This." Just lift it like the whole chorus of Super Freak.
Yep.
Yep.
And I just want to say while we're talking about these old whack rappers that whack lives matter.
And as a member of the black community, I want to give everybody my Cash App so y'all can start paying me for just being black.
Oh.
Hey, I think I'll do that too.
Because it's high time you white devils paid us back some reparations.
I don't know if you watch or have heard of Fleckus Talks, but he had a reporter since he's kind of facially known. He had somebody go in and ask the questions that he would have asked if he would have been let into the zone. There's a ton of ignorance going on. I was amazed. Although, I guess I watched some CNN. I watched a little bit of Fox, but most of the footage that I watched was like live, unedited footage. Just so I could listen for myself what was going on, and nobody was trying to present it in little sound bites.
Right.
And yes, when I got the eyesight, also got myself a Scooter Crunch. By the way, have you guys ever heard of the Yoplait whipped yogurts?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's basically yogurt that's been whipped, and now it's demanding reparations. Just kidding. It's whipped yogurt. You put it in the freezer, and it's almost like sorbet.
Huh.
Except for it's actually healthy and good for you. I got what was it? The one I'm liking so far is key lime pie. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. I tried the salted caramel, not so good. And also the dreamsicle, or I don't know if it's a regional thing, the orange creamsicle. And that one's pretty good too. I haven't tried the chocolate one. It's okay. Here's the weird part about it. You know, I'm in the grocery. I'm shopping for my weekly food, right?
Yeah.
And I get to the section, and they've got all these flavors of whips, and unconsciously, without even thinking of it, and I know if Kadan is actually listening, she's going to give me shit for this. I picked up 2 chocolate whips because those are the ones that Nursey likes. I'm not much of a chocolate kind of guy, but it was like an unconscious action.
That way, if she ever comes close, you can throw her at her to keep her at bay.
Well, at least you were trained well.
Well, you know, I always used to do that shit. Like when I was the only one going out shopping, I would automatically think, okay, well, I need to get her something. I need to get the kids something. You know, something that they're gonna eat. You know, like a little meal or something they can fix themselves in case, you know, a holdover meal kind of deal. So, and you know, I've been. Somebody was talking about how hard it is and how lonely it is to be by yourself on dirt waters, and I'm just like, you know what? I have lived with either family or a spouse or a lover or a friend or a pet for all of my life. This is literally the first time in my life, because even when I was homeless, there were people that would, you know, that you'd get to know, and we'd kind of sleep in the same areas. But
did they all condition and groom you to buy things for them whenever you were out?
No, because we didn't have any money, so we couldn't buy anything. Although I did when I go down to some of the bigger corporate buildings in downtown, and I'd take the cigarette butts out of the ashtray they had at the door when you walk in. I would share some of those. I guess that's just the kind of guy I am. But yeah, you know, you get into a routine, and I had a 12-year routine with nursing, and that's going to be something hard to break. But there was somebody lamenting on Twitter about, you know, how tough it is being so alone and blah blah blah. And it's like, fuck it, man. You either rise to the challenge or it crushes you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any real choice. You know, that's like yelling at the wind and telling it to blow in another direction. Just not gonna fucking happen.
Being alone is wonderful. What are you talking about?
Not for somebody who's never been alone.
Fair enough.
I mean, even when I lived like when me and my first wife split, I went to a rooming house where there's like, you know, 4, 5, 6 people there, and you had a common kitchen, you know, that shit, a boarding house, I guess. At least you could go down into the common room and talk to the other crazy assholes that live there. Or you could yell at somebody for taking your peanut butter.
Stop taking my peanut butter, Doc.
Don't be taking my crunchy peanut butter, motherfucker. But yeah, I mean, I have never lived alone for an extended period of time, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost had an excuse a couple days ago. A mouse just ran in to the middle room here, and there's really nothing that could run into because, you know, I keep the shit clean. So, you know, there's no piles of anything laying around that the mouse could sneak into. And I was like, "Hey, mouse!" Mouse just kind of froze in the middle of the floor, and I stomped, and it ran off. Ran into one of the gravity grates in the floor, and I called my landlord and I said, "Hey, I got a new pet." And he's like, "Well, what's that?" And I was like, "I got a mouse." He's like, "You got to be fucking kidding me, man! I set up poison mouse traps all over the place." I'm like, "Well, that shit don't work when they're hip to them. Mice are dumb, but they ain't that dumb."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "So what? You want to get a cat?" And I'm like, "Dude, I've wanted to get a cat for a while, but I'm not gonna yet.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, in good conscience, because it's funny. Anytime I've ever gotten a cat, I've never gotten a cat. I've gotten kittens. I've always gotten 2 because they have to have somebody to bug, other than me.
Yes.
You know." Pal up, be a friend, be a buddy. And you know, if there's one thing that I really miss out of the old ghetto mansion is the cats coming around for their dose of loving, jumping up on my lap and giving me some love back. Because legitimately, when it came to the end of it, at the ghetto mansion, I spent more time with the cats than I did with the humans that live there.
Mm.
It's a thing. It happens.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta say, it's much more, much simpler. Anyway, it's fucking weird to word it. Way to live without a significant other. I mean, I've got a son, so I'm not technically alone, but the only thing I really miss is like just flirting and having that. So anytime I get to do that, it's fucking amazing. But having somebody actually in the house bitching for literally no fucking reason, not exactly missing that fucking ever.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad news all the time, but you know there comes a point where you have to gauge it. It passed. It's kind of weird though because most of the relationships that I've been in have been in for like 8 or 10 years at a time. I am an admitted serial monogamist. I just like to get into the routine. I never liked multiple dating. Now I liked fucking around, but I never liked dating multiple people.
One thing that I never thought I'd have to answer whenever I'm talking to somebody who I'm trying to literally just hook up with. Have you had any symptoms of coronavirus? Have you been in quarantine for 14 days? Like, no, bitch, I'm just trying to get in that pussy. Just shut up and suck my dick. That's all we got to talk about. I'm not filling out a questionnaire here.
You should use the phrase, my penis is a COVID detector. Try it.
Oh, baby, if you got a little coronavirus, have a little penicillin. I got you.
There you go. I think Kadunti's mostly unplugged because the earbuds are getting to her tonight. I think that's why she's going silent mostly. I know what would get her back on the show. Hey, Kadunt, I talked to Nursey today. We're gonna make up. We're thinking about setting a new wedding date.
Silence is the better part of diplomacy.
Oh, good God. You know, you don't have to have those earbuds in.
I know. Yes, I do. Because otherwise, I will definitely have to keep myself muted, if not put myself on push to talk. Because this Lappy's mic picks up like all the sounds, and it's easier to hear you guys this way.
Why don't you get some decent headphones and not earbuds? Earbuds have always been problematic for me.
That costs money, dog.
Yeah.
Fair point.
I mean, I still have my Bluetooth ones, but I mean, that's you've heard how they sound. And I used to use them when I was driving.
I've never been a Bluetooth fan.
I don't care for it myself. But...
Because Bluetooth audio sucks.
Okay, wait a minute. I'll be back in just a second.
1000. Welcome back.
Ow.
Yes, I'm being a smartass. Because it's better than being a dumbass. My head is fucking killing me, though. This is ridiculous. It's probably because, like, I don't know, I'm tired. Have you guys ever had that weird, like, just sinking feeling? Like, nothing really triggers it, but it's just like this sinking feeling. And it's almost like the feeling of dread. And you're like, I know something bad's gonna happen. Or something bad's happening. Or
every day. Every day.
And then it makes the rest of your body just kind of follow suit. And I'm just kind of like, I've been living with that feeling for a while. For almost a month now. I don't know. But I went with it for a bit, and usually I can just kind of like push through, but I can feel it, and it's, I don't know. Today is just not, I've not been getting good sleep. Ramen is just not my idea of a consistent meal. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I have too much sodium or something.
Yeah, starch. I mean, ramen's a complex carb too. So,
I mean, at the very least, the chocolate ice cream I ate earlier today was delicious.
and you didn't go into anaphylactic shock?
Yeah, well, because it wasn't, it was just a little bit, and it was like early on when it was like 100 something degrees. Because I'm just like, I just want something cold and tasty and blah. And now I have like a migraine, and
By the way, I can send you some. I don't know. Did the kratom work at all for you?
the sleep one did.
Okay.
Kind of. I figured out the not to mix joy and boost.
Yeah.
Because that put me in a really like bad fucking mood. I don't know. I'm not in the best moods. Like
I wouldn't
really,
recommend.
Probably because I'm bleeding profusely from my vagina.
Yeah.
So it's just like my thighs are the doors and shining.
No.
The elevator doors from shining.
Just,
like
no.
that's what this is right now. And it's not fun times. Like I'm just so tired.
Come
and I'm
play
so
with
irritable. And I just want chocolate, but chocolate will fucking kill me.
Well, I had to excuse myself for a second so I could go get my Tiger Balm and start rubbing it on my hip.
Yeah.
Chocolate will kill you. What are you, a dog?
I am kind of a bitch, yeah.
Wait,
I wasn't going to
kind
say
of?
that. Damn it.
Well, if you want, because you've got stuff coming your way, I could throw in a bottle of that Relax.
No, it's fine. I still got some gummies. I got like 5 left, and I've been very careful about like not taking them every day.
Well, if you remember, I bought a case of this.
Yeah.
I bought it straight from the manufacturer. So
yeah, well, you keep, you enjoy, you keep, you take, you enjoy, you use that for you. Don't worry about me. Dear fucking gods, I'm gonna try and teach you how to at least be a little selfish.
I'm self-sufficient. It doesn't mean I have to be selfish.
No, it doesn't mean you have to be. But I'm trying to get you to understand that you have worth, you have value, and you should look to get things and do things for you. Don't worry about me. I will handle my shit somehow, and I always do. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead by now. Like, I get really lucky. I get really lucky and really fortunate to have way too many, like, good people in my life. Mind you, I've paid for it a number of times, but I'm really lucky and I'm really fortunate, and shit just tends to happen and work out for me. And I want you to be able to treat yourself and take care of yourself, and when you go out and get stuff for you, you're only going out and getting stuff for just you.
It takes time. It really does.
I know, and that's why I'm going to keep instilling it in you. I'm gonna keep verbally backhanding you as best as I can to get you to understand, like, you're worth things for you, and you should take care of you first and foremost. and think of you.
Well, it's like my grandmother said. Even if you rip off the Band-Aid fast, it still hurts.
Yeah, no, and it does, and it will. And it's not going to stop hurting. Not right away. They say time heals all wounds. It's not even that it heals all wounds. It's just that it makes the pain go from like almost incapacitating to just a dull ache that you can get used to. It's what I've learned.
No, I'm just hoping that if I get the Alzheimer's kicking in, that's going to help make me forget.
Nah, Doc, don't talk like that, dude.
I've already got Weisenheimer's.
Yeah. Wise Assenheimers. No, Doc, you know what?
Chicken butt.
Drugs will help you forget.
I've got. By the way, I'm going to no context tweet something. Pickle, through our friends at wish.com, I have this on its way coming to me.
I'm terrified now.
I feel bad for Josh Gurry on Twitter because no context tweets never get an answer. They are no context tweets for a reason. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Josh. What do you think?
Yeah, but that's awesome.
What is it, Pickle?
It's a hoodie that says Opie, and it has boobs under it because Opie means boobs.
Opie.
Nice.
Yeah, I put it in the general too. It's the hoodie that or the pullover, I should say, that One Punch Man wears when he's not in costume.
Saitama.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, it doesn't say Opie.
Yeah, but I just thought it was too funny.
But yeah, no, this is why I avoid wish.com. I mean that plus, money, but no, they have all sorts of shit on there, and they know how to read your fucking mind, so they'll advertise to you based off of their algorithms, and I'm just like, nah, son, like, you don't need to be showing me these things that I would definitely buy. It's a fucking trap. It's right? A trap. It's like a.
Well, no, wait a minute. Here, Pickle. It does show in that it actually does have words on it. There. The shirts are kind of similar. No.
It's like it's like syphilis, or AIDS. Like, sure, the sex is great, but you're gonna pay for it later. I mean, you're gonna pay for it.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was trying to think of a good second verse that can match with Wish, but but you don't stick with the wish. Don't do it. Don't do it. You get away. I know it's a cheap hooker, Doc. I know it is. And, plenty of guys like to get their dick wet, but you don't put a ring on the fucking hooker.
Well, here.
All she's gonna do is keep giving you disease and take all your shit, and she'll be fucking around behind your back. Like, you think you're the only one that Wish shows those special deals to? Nah, son. Like, that cheap hooker. Nah.
Well, why did they show me this? I just no context tweeted it. It's called The Trainer's Secret.
I don't.
It's a pregnant woman belly belt.
Because
it's a maternity girdle.
Oh God.
Doc.
I mean,
I guess if you have a bit of a beer belly, you could use it too.
well, the thing is that my belly is actually kind of the leftover skin after I dropped half my body weight. So it's just there. I mean,
yeah, but Doc, it's not. Then that means it's there for you to use, like not necessarily as a girdle, but it said to smooth you out, to make you look super smooth. Like look, a six pack, so smooth, so good, so strong.
uh, um, uh,
That was kind of disturbing.
Oh,
Looks
it's
like
so
you're
good.
just
You
trying
like?
to smuggle a beach ball.
No, you like long time.
yeah. I
You
mean,
like so much. It make you feel good. It make you feel good.
Make you feel real good.
No,
I
now
mean,
look, we have crack pie.
the reason she is in that current state is because she was doing something that made her feel good for quite a long time.
How do you know it wasn't in the wrong time?
I mean, she obviously stayed there long enough for it to swim up the canal.
Oh no, that can only take the 2 second.
by the way,
This isn't a hadron collider. You're not going in at light speed.
but Kadant, you do have to admit, and you know what?
I admit nothing.
I'll even put it in the general.
Fifth.
If that's easier for you to see it, but that is cute.
Fifth.
That's cute.
Fifth.
It's even got cat bus. Come on now.
I plead the fifth.
Yes, it is cute, Doc.
No, it's liberal propaganda. That's all it is. It's just propaganda. Go fuck yourself, Wish. I know buy from you.
They
That's
had
like the pedo starter kit.
they had Miyazaki anime posters. And I'm
No,
trying,
go fuck yourself. No, fuck you, Wish. No. I know buy from you.
No, I'm trying to remember what the art style is. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
Doc, I found people who were actually looking for that.
Looking for what?
That type of set. I responded with it.
What? Here, wait. Okay, you can tell me what the you can tell me what the art style is on this, or can you tell me what the art style is on this? Because I've forgotten the name of it, but I know there's an art style.
That's super cool, that art style.
Here, wait.
So good.
Wait, here. I will also put it up so anybody in the audience, if you know what that art style is, you can tell me. But I forget what it's called. There is a specific name for it.
Where are we looking?
Oh. Yeah.
I'm gonna head out. I have a shit ton of things to do.
Well,
Later.
She's like a fetus. She's gonna head out.
Bun, bun, bun.
Later, Bun Bun.
Bunny,
Later, Bun Bun.
do have a good morning. Yeah, I can't remember what that art style is,
I don't know the name of it.
but I love the way it looks.
Doc, why you ask me questions?
I don't have the capacity anymore. I'm trying.
Thinking is hard.
You know, when I forget the word for bread, you know shit's getting ready to go sideways.
It's bread.
What?
No, I mean,
The word-
literally, there was one day where I was staring at 2 loaves of bread with the actual word bread on it, and I could not think of the word.
It's alright. I've done that before too.
Same
The
here.
word blank.
It's like a blind spot. It's really fucked up, and it's really annoying.
Ugh.
Oh, those are kind of cute too. They've got the
Doc,
actual.
no, you get off the wish trap.
Well, they got the they have like the anime posters, and they're pretty
Yes.
cheap. They're like $1.65.
Your face is a real cheap anime poster.
Anime poster, good.
No, your face. Your face so cheap. The anime poster.
A lot of times, the reason you get a lot of this shit on there so cheap is because you got to wait for it to fucking arrive.
Well, I'm used to that after a decade of dealing with the Chinese on fucking eBay. But then again, if I want a nice looking sphere, I don't want to pay a lot of money for it. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait 3 to 4 weeks to get it. But if I'm only paying $5, then the wait's worth it.
You know what? Not worth it. The cheap hooker that is Wish.com.
I don't know. I got my first thing from Wish, which was a hanging key rack to where you can put bills in it too. And I am using it currently right now, and it is awesome to hang. Although I might have wanted to have hung it a little bit higher, but the amount of fucks I give, I don't have a lot of keys anyway. I just needed them to get out of the way, or like if I get mail and I don't want to look at it, just put it up in that little thing, and then when I want to look at it, I'll just take it down.
Is it Art Nouveau?
No. I don't know what it is. It's supposed to look like the basket with like key rings hanging underneath it, and it's bronze.
No, the thing that you posted that you couldn't remember what the art thing was.
Is that
art style?
Is that Art Nouveau?
Oh no.
I'm literally looking up art styles, and that's the only thing that's kind of come close to it so far.
Look at Mr. Fancy. Ooh.
Yes.
I can use Google.
Yes, that's Art Nouveau. I love I love the setup of it. I mean, because that's something that they were using in what, the 20s?
Oh.
Are you ready to go to bed?
I'm ready for my head to just stop existing. Excuse me.
That's gonna make it
a mouse fart.
That's gonna make it pretty difficult. Okay, the style was popular between 1890 and 1910, so I was close.
I just wanted to stop.
What have you taken for it?
Nothing.
That's your problem.
I don't take medicine.
What the fuck is that?
What?
That's what.
A tattooed guy in a devil costume with a whippet on the couch.
I don't want to know.
It's 3/4 fault.
It's 3/4 balls? That's what that is.
Fault.
No, if they were my balls, they would be very glorious and possible flotation devices in an emergency situation.
And disappointing.
By the way,
God damn.
By the way, it's Good Morning Watch.
Good morning, Doc.
Good morning,
Good
Ichabod.
morning, Kadon.
And
Good morning.
Kadon, I hate to say this, but I'm keeping 2 of those pirate spheres.
You don't hate to say it.
I mean the big one, yeah, definitely. But good God, man, that other one, that out of the 2 small ones, that thing is all caved up. I mean, I don't even know how they turned it to make it spherical because it's got so many fucking caves in it. But it's gorgeous.
It's a spherical.
But-
Instead of miracle. I'm clever, guys.
By the way, Kadan,
Kadan, she'll be here all week.
Kadan, I did chip one of my balls.
Why did you do that, Doc? Why?
I slipped and I fell and I tried to catch myself. And I hit one of the tubs, and the tub spilled over, and one of the blue calcites chipped.
One of your blue balls chipped, really?
Yeah.
It chipped.
Hey,
It chipped the blue.
I'm single now. Blue balls are going to be common.
Whack it. Stop it.
There's a
twist it.
Smack it.
You had to make it weird. All right.
Remember the fail song? I can't remember how it goes. Who can do it?
I have no clue what you're talking about. I know Bop It's existed, but that's because I watched Gilmore Girls.
What the fuck was that?
I wouldn't have admitted that.
I like Gilmore Girls until the last season.
Another thing I would not admit to.
The Curb Your Enthusiasm theme?
No.
Okay, because yeah. And what the fuck was wrong with Gilmore Girls? No, it was Golden Girls I was thinking of. Thank you for being free. Yeah, okay, look, fucking Betty White is a goddamn national treasure, and that other old lady was just fucking hilarious.
I don't.
B. Arthur?
Estelle Getty?
No, the other one.
Estelle
the short
Getty.
one.
Estelle Getty.
Estelle, yeah.
Fuck off, it's Estelle Getty.
By the way, I did see the Golden Girls porn.
Okay, but why?
Just sometimes you just.
Because sometimes he's lonely and needs a little gilf porn in his life.
Sometimes it's one of those things where it's just like, this doesn't exist. I don't believe this exists. And you watch about 15 minutes and go, yep, it certainly does. And they even had like
34.
And it wasn't fuck scenes like one right after the other. They tried to do the setups where the girls would sit around and talk, but they talk like fucking sailors that just got into port. Like they all just want to fuck. And who was it? Nina Hartley played like the Betty White role. And like, I don't know who the chick was who played the Estelle Getty role, but she was just like hardcore swearing. I mean,
okay, well, her name in the show was Sophia. Her name was Estelle Getty. Rose Nylund was Betty White. Dorothy, I don't even want to try to pronounce that last name, was B. Arthur. But they all apparently were trying to play the Blanche role, which was Rue McCallaghan.
Yeah.
Just wanted to fuck everybody.
She did, but not in this porn. It was like it was the old character, Sophia. Sophia was
Sophia Petrillo.
Yeah, Estelle, the one that Estelle Getty did.
I don't mean to be like a nitpicker, but how are you going to have a Golden Girls porn without Blanche fucking everything? That was like her shtick in the show.
Okay, well, here. Although, I'll tell you what, man. Nina Hartley must have made a deal with the devil or a very good plastic surgeon, because she's well into her late 60s, and she still has a great body. By the way, I had no context tweeted the DVD cover for This Ain't the Golden Girls XXX parody.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
At least it's not as bad as I was expecting.
Okay, that's... Nah.
They spent some time. They spent some time on the costumes. You got to give them that.
I'll admit, I watched one that was This Ain't Vacation.
I haven't seen that one, but Beverly D'Angelo, I would have liked to have done in my my youthful days.
Mm-hmm.
She was
interesting fact is she actually does like the parts of the song in for the Vacation movies.
You mean like singing?
Yeah, the background vocals.
You know what? I just took a look at Beverly D'Angelo now. She doesn't look bad now.
For her age, no.
That is terrifying.
So the last thing I saw her in was the newest Vacation movie, the one with Ed Helms.
I think she might have had a little surgery. But not as bad as, who was it? Meg Ryan, who completely fucked herself up. See here, I'll note context tweet her. Then and now, Beverly D'Angelo.
So, Doc,
yes, sir.
Oddly relevant to this, apparently an hour ago, somebody had tweeted, if Morgan Freeman and Betty White had a baby, there would be world peace. It's oddly relevant to the current discussion of the Golden Girls.
So it'd be like if it's a boy, like Joe White Freeman.
Joe White Freeman.
Would they?
Oh my God. I forgot it would probably have both last names, and it would be White Freeman.
I really enjoy anytime Morgan Freeman's doing an interview that's just an interview him, not like, hey, I got a movie to promote. Mm-hmm. Because every time somebody asks him a race question, just watch. It doesn't make a difference. Regardless of who he's talking to, he gives that you dumb fuck look before he answers. It's fucking priceless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because they're dumb fucks.
And then he gives like the best fucking possible answer ever.
The man has been around, and I appreciate him. So, God bless you, Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah, another national fucking treasure.
Titty sprinkles.
Indeed.
Are you saying you want to see titty sprinkles? Well, here's Beverly D'Angelo topless.
For fuck's sake.
There you go.
No, Doc, she's saying she wants somebody to put whipped cream upon her titties and then add the sprinkles.
That's not a job I am willing to take.
That's okay. I would gladly take one for the team.
Okay, good.
I'm fucking around.
As long as we have that clear, because.
Well, I was about to be flattered, but now I'm just like, oh, okay. What? My titties aren't good enough for you to want to put whipped cream and then sprinkles on top of? Fine.
I just need consent first.
I mean, if we have to, I mean, I'll volunteer myself as tribute. I don't give a shit.
Well, I don't watch that kind of porn. So
who said we were going to videotape it?
I literally just said titty sprinkles because there's this thing about with a picture of Morgan Freeman saying like the power of pictures, blah 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 blah. You're hearing my voice in your head right now. I could say anything, and it'd be in the sound of my voice. Titty sprinkles, that kind of deal. And that's all it reminded me of because Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, it was the most satisfying thing about this image is the fact that you're probably reading it in Morgan Freeman's voice.
No, it's somebody who actually did it. It was Robert Thompson. Josh Robert Thompson.
Meme, bro.
No, it's not a meme. It's a guy who did the voice for Geoff the robot for the Craig Ferguson show. Josh Robert Thompson. He does the impression of Morgan Freeman, and that's where it came from. He actually did it.
By the way,
I was just reading it out, so
here's
the audience knew.
I'm no context tweeting the look he gives to stupid interviewers because it's worth it.
Because titty sprinkles.
There you go.
Shut up! You're never gonna stop me. You can't stop it. You can't stop this motherfucker.
I mean, to be fair, Morgan Freeman's one of those people that could say he could be reading Mein Kampf and it'd still be soothing. In German.
Then we got a final
Adolf
solution.
Hitler uniform.
We have a final solution for all these Jews. Straight up titty sprinkles. I also sent you the video too.
I met Andy Dufresne when I was getting titty sprinkles in
Morgan was getting titty sprinkles.
1932. I think that would work. By the way,
I mean,
are you doing uploads? You're not doing like live streams, right?
Who?
You.
Not on the old channel.
Well, the D&D Shenanigans thing.
Oh, Dungeons and Shenanigans?
Yeah.
Friday is the next actual stream.
Okay,
my brain did not want to fucking work.
Okay, because I got a notification, and it was like 3 minutes, and I got a notification, and I went to take a look, and it was a pre-record. So
that was probably for the terrible ASMR videos.
You were doing
the Tao of Pooh.
Yeah. And
yeah.
And it's Dow. Would you quit? That's how it's pronounced.
It's spelled with a goddamn T. I'm not calling it Dow.
Wait a minute. Let's ask the semi-Asian person. Is it Tao or is it Dow, Kadant?
I know it's Dow. That's not the point. It's not fucking spelled Dow, so I'm not calling it Dow.
The Dow.
Kadant say, I think, bitch, you need to calm down.
I
So by your logic,
fucking do that, Kadant. I'm sorry.
no. By your logic, you should go. It's knife is spelled with the K, so it should be knife.
It's that's the problem with the Ching Chong language.
She also said it wrong. It's problem.
No, you only say problem when you're speaking it Japanese.
They're all the same.
So with my chinky eye, I can tell you that the
I can see the entire horizon.
The problem with the Chingachunga language is that you can say something that's spelled T-A-U, T-A-O, whatever. I don't fucking know the spelling. It's the T-A-O one. You can say that 5, 6, 7 different ways.
Yeah.
So you can say Tao. You can say Dao. You can say Tao. You can say Tao. You can say Tao. It's about the inflection and the which vowel and how much stress you put on the consonants as well. Like it is fuck. And Turish, if you're still listening, because if I remember correctly, he was listening earlier, can confirm this because he has a Ching Chong wife who explains to him that his sprechen of the Chingaling is horrendous because it's hard. It is hard to do when you're learning it as a secondary language, period. Like there's some people who get a talent for it, get a knack for it just fine. But it's difficult.
See, like the way I look at it is it's spelled Tao.
Yes.
With a
You
T.
just said it wrong right there. You just said it wrong right there because even if you were saying Tao, you didn't put enough like of a dip in the second syllable. Like it's that ridiculous sometimes.
And it's like the concept of it's spelled with a T, so it isn't really like knife because knife just has a silent K at the beginning. It's more like if butter was spelled with an X, because they're two different goddamn letters with two different goddamn pronunciations.
By the way,
but you still pronounce it butter.
Why so serious?
I actually used to own a copy of the Tao of Pooh.
It's a damn good book.
It is the easiest way to teach an idiot what Taoism is about. Because if you can understand Winnie the Pooh, you can understand Taoism.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it's mostly about simplicity.
Well, it is.
I'm just going to say this right now, Doc.
Yes.
Hearing you attempt to correct Ichabod on how to pronounce something when you say conversate.
Did I say conversate? When?
You do say conversate, as well as a number of other things that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Because that irritates you. I gotta do shit. To mess with you.
So Ichabod, it's pronounced Tao.
To me, it doesn't fucking matter which one it's pronounced. I'm saying Tao because it looks like Tao.
Y'all already played your hand, girl.
No, I didn't give a set answer. Now I'm giving a set answer just because, like, you're really making a thing out of this to tell Ichabod that he's pronouncing a foreign word wrong. And you're trying to give him the correct pronunciation, yet you make up words, or you say things that are made up words, or you say things incorrectly on a regular basis, and that's in your own language.
You know what's funny? I used to think the word impactful was not an actual word, but it is. Impactful.
You didn't think impactful?
Yeah, I did not think that was a real word, even though I was using it and have been using it for a while. I didn't think that was real well. By the way, I posted a picture of the Tao of Pooh. Also, the new book that I bought and that it's on my way, or it's on its way to me. Mm-hmm. It is the first and only novel put out by the WWE.
By specifically the WWE or a wrestler?
No, by the WWE. It's called the Big Apple Takedown. And I heard it is a big tub of shit, and I paid $5 for it, and I can't wait to read it because it's supposed to be some type of spy mystery novel with Triple H as the lead character, but they have
fucking Christ.
Yeah, but they have other WWE people come in to the story. So this is going to be horrible, and I'm going to enjoy every bit of it.
God.
No, don't lay on me, because then I will have to take my skirt off and leave it, and I don't feel like walking around the house completely naked.
You are. I think you just distracted half the panel.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Yeah, but there was the Tao of Pooh, and there's also the Tay of Piglet.
Yeah.
The Tay of Piglet, I haven't even made it to yet.
Hold on, let's
go back through the Tao of Pooh.
Go back to Gadant for a second, because we want to make sure that if what she said actually does happen, she can only do it with titty sprinkles.
Yes.
It's such a mess, though.
That's why you make it up. I was gonna say that's why you have somebody else there do it for you, so they can lick up the mess.
Yeah, but if you're getting ready to do it and there's nobody there to lick up the titty sprinkles, then how in the hell are you?
If you have big enough titties, you can lick them off yourself. It's a self-serve
There's
system.
gonna be something there that you can't quite reach, even if you can lick your own tit.
Okay,
you can't lick the bottom of your tit.
Listen, y'all are distracted about tits right now. I was just talking about my pussy.
Why can't we do both?
Which one of the kittens was it?
Treagle.
Oh.
Okay, wait a minute.
The little white fluffy, because he's a tiny little white fluff. And he came up,
that's the good stuff.
and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be cute and white and fluffy," and I'm just like, "Your life matters." And then he started just like, like rubbing against me, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna pet you now." And then he started like curling up, and now he's curled up next to me, but I gotta make sure he's not curled up on my skirt because I don't want to have to take it off. because if he curls up on my skirt, I'm not gonna want to disturb him, and I'm gonna have to take my skirt off. And that's
No, don't. I mean, calm down. I like to pet pussy just like anybody else here, but just chill out.
so cute and tiny.
Until it gets engorged, but still, just chill.
No, but look, he's cute, tiny.
How can I look if there's no camera, ma'am?
Oh, that's true. And I'm not turning my camera on because, like, I have this shit hiked all the way up, and where the camera's sitting right now, like, you guys would get way too much of the show.
You could take a picture with your phone of just the cat.
You could.
Oh, that's true. But how's that like? That requires me to walk away from the laptop.
That is also.
Oh, and then you're in the catch-22. What if you have to walk away and the cat is on your skirt? Okay.
Speaking
Kadunty
of cats,
the Streaky is born.
I keep getting this same Final Fantasy ad, and it's just like the worst looking ad. Let me put this in the fucking general so you can see this shit.
Okay.
That fucking face.
Ah! That's all. That's all.
It's just like, ah!
That's all. First impression. Ah! You don't sneak up on me like that.
No, to me it looks.
You know I'm jumpy.
To me, it looks like he just tried to sit down on a bar stool and it was upside down.
Right up the ass.
The post came through the stool.
I'm going to scoop you and cuddle you and love you, you cute, tiny little Flo. It's so cute, tiny, and fluffy.
Hashtag things, guys, that they hope they don't hear in the bedroom.
They're coming out with another Oddworld game.
And it's not going to end up being a good thing by the end of this. I think it's
yeah, they're coming out with another Oddworld game. Did anybody play the first Oddworld game?
It's a remake of the first Oddworld.
I thought they already made that one. New and tasty.
Oh, you're so tiny. I love you so much. I'm going to give you all of the kisses.
It's like a remaster of that.
You know, honestly,
yeah, they already made New and Tasty. This was, this one's a new one. This one's not come out yet.
It's not completely new.
Well, I doubt it's completely new. I'm trying to Oddworld Soulstorm. It's coming out on the PS5.
No, don't you do it, you adorable
Same
little
damn
thing.
formula. Goddamn Epic Game Store bullshit.
We're losing Kadant right now.
You're gonna brother your bother. I'm going to love
What?
you too and give you kisses.
Brother, you out there.
It's just neat because fucking Oddworld was an amazing goddamn game.
Well, speaking of a non sequitur, tonight I am going to be trying on my new blanket, which is a weighted blanket. It's a 15.
I'm so glad you did say where.
It's a 15-pound blanket.
Jesus,
they're awesome.
Nice.
I've never tried one, but they call it the Tranquility blanket. There have been people who have told me that they are very nice to have, but they're supposedly psychologically good.
Yeah, I've heard that they're good for you. I never really tried one though.
Well, I found mine on Wish.com.
God damn it, Wish.
Where's my fucking earbuds?
Last thing I saw via Wish was a fucking Hello Kitty pin in a fucking, like, what's that called? Human centipede.
Oh.
Yeah. That's fucking horrible. I made a meatloaf today.
And how did it turn out?
It came out pretty good. Why did it come out like shit?
Did you not read my comment?
I didn't even get it yet. Let me check. What did you do?
Go read my comment.
I'm going. It's an
Yummy,
unlisted
yummy,
video.
I
God
just
damn.
need a gummy. Hopefully it'll help my head.
I did put up I did no context.
Oh God, there's 3 comments. What the shit?
Yeah.
Don't give me that.
So yeah, I had the choice between getting one that had 20 pounds of glass beads in it for $70, or just paying $40 for a 15-pound one that has like some type of weight in it.
Okay. Well, I usually will use seasonings. I don't have any right now because new apartment and no money. I had the help in the background to turn the faucet on without hands. It was supposed to be a joke. And ham-fisting a gay man was an amazing joke. What's wrong with oats?
Where the hell did you put that up at?
Huh?
Where did you put it up at? The picture?
Oh, the loaf video?
Yeah.
It's unlisted.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It was just supposed to be, like, funny.
I'm going to fucking squeeze your tiny little body.
Hang on. What is wrong with oats in your meatloaf?
Yeah, what's wrong with oats?
There's nothing wrong with that if you're plebeian swine.
It's what I have.
It's alright. It's okay. I'm just saying, like, I probably would have judged you a little. I'm not judging you as hard for the oats. I'm only slightly judging you for the oats. I was judging you more for the egg thing, for the lack of seasoning, and dear gods, why did you put that much ketchup?
Because
you know what's
Rich likes ketchup.
Yeah, you know what else is good? Like taking Honey Nut Cheerios and crushing it into a powder and using that too.
I will skin you alive.
By the way,
you can take some Honey Nut Cheerios, crush it into a powder, cut it up into little lines, and then you take shots of milk.
I made one. I made one once that had crushed up corn checks
I can see corn checks
and sriracha ketchup with with a little bit of A1.
So what seasoning would you suggest I use so I can pick it up for the next time I make a meatloaf to make a less depressing meatloaf?
Well, wait.
Wasabi.
Wait a minute. Do you have a dollar store?
Not one that I can get to right now.
Okay, well, dollar store, take about $10. You'll get all the spices that you ever need for anything.
Well, it's more the concept. I'm trying to figure out how the hell to make it more an acceptable meatloaf.
Well, normally the starch usually comes from croutons or breadcrumbs. So I mean, you could get a loaf of bread and let it air out as long as there's nothing that can get to it. You can let it dry out, and that would make a better base than oats. Because and Kadant, please take over. You know how to cook this.
So when I'm broke, which is all the time, and I'm ever just depressed enough to be like, sure, I'll make meatloaf. I'm one of those weird people who likes to add certain veggies, like well diced, if not minced in it. I'll add garlic and onion.
Yeah. That's okay.
And then for the breading, if I'm not using like a giant thing of Italian crumbs that somebody left me, because I've had one of those before, then I will take toast, and then I will butter it, and then add some a little bit of herbs and stuff like that. I also add dill to like everything but the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
waiting.
Okay.
I like using the dehydrated onion.
Would onion powder be acceptable over actual onion?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would be very careful about how you add onion powder, though. They should also have like chopped dried onions.
Yeah.
That would be even better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was saying the dehydrated onions. I like
Yeah.
that because I don't know if the reason why you don't want that is because of the texture of onions.
It's texture, yeah.
Okay, with the dehydrated onions, when they come back to life, they don't have the same texture. There's no slimy to it. There's no crunchy to it. It pretty much adapts the texture of what your meatloaf is.
Yeah.
So you get the flavor, but you don't get the different texture.
And minced garlic. Yes, gotta add that minced garlic.
Garlic, onion, Italian crumbs, or buttered toast and dill.
What about you don't have to do the dill. Like I said, I put dill in everything. That's just one of the seasonings that I like to use for like almost all the savory. You can put some thyme, you can put parsley, you can put oregano, that kind of jazz. You can put whatever herbs and spices you want in the actual meatloaf.
Mm-hmm.
But for when it comes to toast, it is buttered. After I toast it, I butter it, and then I'll usually add some like garlic to that, so it's basically like a garlic bread, as well as a few of my own personal herbs and spices and all that jazz. And then I let it sit out, like Doc had suggested, usually uncovered.
Yeah,
because anything covering it automatically it'll add moisture, and you want to dry that shit out.
Yeah, because you want the actual meat in the mixture to be the thing that actually hydrates it.
Yeah. What about the topping? Because you said no to ketchup, or was it just too much ketchup?
That was. Listen, I will always judge the amount of ketchup that's put in meatloaf because I find ketchup, when used in excess, to be cloyingly sweet.
I can see that.
So that's why I was judging that. That just seemed to be an exorbitant amount.
Bastard Beast says olive oil and vinegar.
Olive oil and vinegar. For the bread before you try it out, I can see that.
By the way, good morning to Bastard Beast and good morning to Taco Stancia.
Hi, Bastard Beast. Hi, Taco Stancia.
Taco Stancia gave a recipe in the chat, by the way.
I'm not putting cheese in a meatloaf.
I'm definitely. That's not a bad idea. Actually, here's another thing that you can always do because, well, it's something that I think is always pretty cool. Take some Parmesan.
Crap. I'm sorry, Addie. I did not say hi. Good morning, Sir Adamantine.
Addie.
That's what I was going to say too. Parmesan is my cheese of choice if it's going into the meatloaf.
Well, it's not even something that I would necessarily put in the meatloaf. I would put it on top, like to try and make it as a crust.
See, if I'm doing that, I'm just gonna make meatballs.
I could see once you get the glazing done with the meatloaf, put that on and then throw it in the broiler for a little bit.
See, I just make this shit in the oven. I'm not that fancy.
Well, your broiler is technically in your oven too. You just have to put it on a higher rack towards the top.
Yeah,
but that'll brown it out like no problem.
But yeah, like if I'm gonna add Parmesan cheese to it, I might as well just make fucking meatballs.
Well, that's one of the beauties about meatloaf. It's just basically, in my opinion, it's like eating a giant meatball. That's why I like having the seasoned bread if I don't have croutons or Italian crumbs.
Now,
but I thought the sausage.
Now I actually do put as part of the egg mixture once that's finally meshed in. I will put ketchup or barbecue sauce in it too, and then I let it bake, and then I put the I let it bake for a while, and then I put the if it's barbecue sauce or a mixture of A1 and ketchup or sriracha, and then I'll let that glaze.
Yeah.
And then if I've got anything tricky to throw on it, which I do like to use the Parmesan every so often, or if I've got the leftover crumbs, if I have any leftover crumbs, I like sprinkling that on the top, kind of making a meat cobbler.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I didn't even notice that before. That, like, do you add pork sausage to your meatloaf?
I don't. I go straight with beef.
Yeah, like that's how I always made it. Was just with ground beef. That's why I like the idea of it being meatballs.
Well, and that's the thing. Pork sausage has a weird cooking temperature, and you have to thoroughly make sure that you get it all the way through.
I think you're just confused because you make your meatballs with pork sausage in them as well as ground beef.
Yeah, mix the beef and the sausage, then you brown them up in the skillet, and then you bake them the rest of the way.
Yeah, no, see, for me, I don't do that in my meatballs. I just add a lot of different like herb spices, and sometimes I'll put like a little piece of mozzarella right in the middle. So this way, when you like bite into it, it's like this cheesy, beautiful little thing, and then like I'll sprinkle some Parmesan on top.
My grandmother used to make the meatloaf in 2 sheets, and she would take and put like a layer of, what was it? It was like Italian mix, like Asiago and ricotta and something else, and then she'd stack them together, so she had that little melty center section.
Have I ever cooked something you thought looked good, Gadun?
Me?
Yeah.
You cook Gadun? What?
You want to cook me?
Have I ever cooked something that you actually thought looked appetizing?
Probably. Like, you've only shown me pictures of a couple of things.
Well, yeah, that's our baseline. Have I ever shown you something I've cooked that looked appetizing?
It's food.
That's not an answer.
It's not ramen.
It's still not an answer.
Okay, let's be fair. I can make ramen look appetizing as long as I have Spam and eggs.
Wait.
Okay. And some seaweed.
Okay, I'm interested in trying this. Bastard Beast was talking about he never tried smoking. Wow. I never thought of this, trying to smoke a meatloaf.
Oh, that makes sense.
No, that would, because that's adding in that smoked flavor in the meatloaf that way.
Yeah, but how would you keep the consistency? Does it still stay in the pan? Or
do you pop it on some foil?
Yeah. Or
put little holes in the foil so
the
smoke can get in. I have no fucking idea though.
Well, I mean,
you could just use like liquid smoke.
Yeah, you could.
Theoretically, but do you guys get deep into what kind of wood? If you're smoking something, what kind of wood that you need to use?
And another thing you could try.
I'm not putting wasabi in it, Joker.
Oh no! I'm steaming your meatloaf. Like have one of them steamer. No,
that sounds gross.
No, it's good. No, you have one of those steamer grades.
Well, but wait, how can you make the outer coating caramelize if you're steaming it?
Well, you steam it, and then once it's most of the way cooked, you put it in the oven and you broil it, so then it gets that nice firm coating, and and when you steam it, you put a bunch of herbage in the water, and you get that nice flavor.
Nah, fuck that. You know what? I'm down for smoking it, and then you deep fry that shit.
I could agree to that.
Deep fry.
Nope. I'm not even going down this road.
I've had a deep fried Oreo, so anything's possible.
See, I could see the deep fried Oreo, but a deep fried meatloaf, I don't know
deep
if I can
fried
get behind
broccoli.
that. I can understand deep fried, but a meatloaf?
Yeah.
Balls, maybe.
I used to do the whole thing with the cheese cubes. You put them up in the freezer, and then you deep fry them.
God damn, that actually sounds.
It's
pretty good. Like the
it's pretty goddamn good.
You get like a brick of mozzarella, get a meatball, and then
I gotta agree, Bastard Beast. I like mesquite quite a bit.
Deep fry that shit.
Honey, sweetie, sugar pie. If you ever find a brick of mozzarella, it's not actually mozzarella.
No, it's trash, but still.
No, don't do that to yourself. Don't lie to yourself like that.
I was thinking about testing out, trying to deep fry the cheese snacks.
Like Cheez-Its?
Fuck. What do you see? I'm losing my words again.
Ooh, Ritz crackers, by the way, or Cheez-Its would also make a pretty good breading.
Yeah, especially the toasty ones.
Yeah, if you crush them up, you add them in there with the meatloaf. That'd be good because
yeah.
they got their own seasonings on them too.
See, I know this is probably, aside from the fact that it's a complete divergence from what we're talking about, I know it's not from a Chihuahua, but just the fact that it's called Queso Chihuahua and that's a cheese, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. God damn it! What's it called? The mozzarella sticks. The little
string cheese.
String cheese. Yes. I would like to try and deep fry string cheese.
That's basically what mozzarella sticks are.
Wait,
all right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But,
shitty ones from like Sonic.
My doctor, the one thing that he was like, oh, you need to have snacks. You need to eat every 2 hours. And I'm like, you're fucking nuts. And he's like, well, at least carry around maybe like apple slices and string cheese. So, like, one of the first things that I bought when I was out on my own was a big packet of string cheese.
Oh, string cheese is
You can also get those baby bells. Those are pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
They're like little round cheeses.
Yeah.
Those are good little snackums.
Oh,
have you ever had the Laughing Cow?
Yes.
Yep.
Fuck that shit. Like, whenever we would get that, like, it'd be almost a fight in the house. It'd be gone so fucking fast because that stuff is just so good by itself or with Ritz crackers. By the way, I will almost always like vote for Ritz crackers for like my basic cracker needs, wants, and desires because those things are just so good.
Oh, my grandma always insisted when she made meatloaf to use Ritz crackers.
Ooh, we have saltines though. Saltines blow nuts.
I personally like the Triscuit, those Triscuit crackers, those shredded wheat crackers.
Yeah, slightly judging you.
Why?
just slightly, because like the texture of those is not really like I can't bite into them and enjoy them in the same way. You know, like I can't consider them crackers because I'm just like you're just the savory version of my mini wheats.
Next, you're gonna judge me. Next, you're gonna say you're gonna judge me for liking the white cheddar rice cakes.
Now I'm gonna judge you for not letting me go to sleep. I'm gonna hop off. Y'all have a good night or morning.
All right.
Good night. Wow, that was quick.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
But no, like I won't judge you for liking you said the white cheddar rice crackers?
Yes, the rice cakes.
Yeah, no.
And it has to be the Quaker white
No,
cheddar.
zero fucking judgment there. Though the apple cinnamon ones are boss.
By the way,
Agreed.
I'm going to no context tweet this. Apparently, Wish.com is selling crack pipes.
Oh yeah, no, they've been doing that for years.
They do. All you needed to do to see them was talk about drugs. That's it. That's all you needed to do, and boom, Wish is like, oh, you want to do a drug? Oh, look, we got the special meditation pipe, a super special occasion, make you feel so super good. We sell crack separately. I mean, special smoke separate.
Crack pipe, good.
Oil burners.
Well, that is.
You know what they call it? Like an essential oil burner.
Oil burners are meth pipes. It's different from crack pipes.
Oh, you could
either way.
You could do either one.
But no, I've bought an oil burner before. It was pretty and green. And I'm just like, okay, how do you use this? And the guy who sold it to me, he's like, oh, well, in India, you put the oil here, and then you hold the candle underneath, and you just blow through this. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's awesome. I was 18. I didn't know any better.
Understandable.
Wow.
And then I got to figure out exactly what that oil burner was for when I got older.
I just kind of flashback. It's been forever since I've smoked opium. And
Ew.
What? Opium's good.
I've never done opium before.
It's like you're smoking a bouquet of flowers.
Well, that's because it's derived from poppy seeds.
That gets you really fucked up.
Yeah. Or derived from the poppy plant, I should say.
Well, that's the first time I ever used like a glass pipe. Because they put, they put it in there, and we had it's just like little black tar opium rocks. Just drop them right in and go. Although, really, we were dumb enough to try it out of just like the regular bowl that we smoke pot in. And I swear to God, it took like 3 months for that actual flavor to go away. The buzz was no longer there, but the flavor was. And it is like, it's like smoking a Bath and Body Works floor room deodorizer. But it gets you high.
You're so cute and tiny, and I love you so much. You go and you lick my hand, you cute tiny little baby.
We lost Pickle.
Pickle, no, Birkin. Birkin, come back. You can put it all on me. I know that the conversation's probably boring.
Hey, and about the lasagna, I think what would be a good idea to try instead of using Cheez-Its, hey, what about the Doritos? Yeah, do that.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, excuse you? Did you just say that you're... Fuck, where's... I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Where's Penoid?
Okay.
His bippity boppity fucking Italian ass would come over there. Would fucking. That's.
Okay, fine, Cheetos.
Honestly, I could see if you dried out like flaming hot Cheetos.
Don't you dare start
crumbling it. Just turn it into crumble.
No, that's not a replacement for cheese in any way, shape, or form.
Oh no, I'm talking about a replacement for breadcrumbs.
Oh, yeah. For breadcrumbs? Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, putting it in a meatloaf. Jeez, what did you think I was doing?
You said for lasagna instead of cheese.
I said meatloaf.
Don't you even try me. I will fucking rewind that shit back. Just to give a fucking timestamp of when you said such a horrendous thing.
You don't put that in the list.
Sick motherfucker.
Like the only time I will ever eat cottage cheese if it's part of a lasagna.
Cottage cheese is good. Is good in cheesecake too.
I'm a ricotta fan. I love
Ricotta
God.
cheese is yes.
I can eat that shit like pretty much. I used to get myself for a snack just one of those small little things of ricotta, and then I'd put like some salt and some pepper and just eat it like that.
By the way, I did note in no context tweet. If I was going to buy a shirt from Wish, it would be the Buffalo Bills body lotion. Although, here, let me no context tweet this. This is a unique item. It's a face hugger plushie.
Somewhere around here, I've got a head crab plushie.
It's an actual face hugger plushie.
Oh yeah, they used to have those at what was it called, Hastings.
Oh, dude, I tell you what, I got out and about one day. What was it, Monday maybe? I went and calculated because I decided to get all of the Fantastic Four Funko Pops. And Fantastic Four, they had never released the set. They never released the entire
my fucking ass.
They never released the whole set of the Fantastic Four. Like when they initially did Funko Pops, starting like 12 years ago or whatever, they brought out a Thing and a Doctor Doom, and that's all they had. But
what you need?
What?
What the Funko Pop you need to get is the It's Ma'am Funko Pop. Yes.
No. They released they released a set of 10 Fantastic Four centric Funkos this past December. And I'm like, well, they're all around, so let's see if I can get them all. So I went and found out what the chase figure is, like the exclusive figure to whatever store, and there were 3 of them, and it was GameStop, Barnes and Noble, and Hot Topic. So I mapped out the day, and I think I was out for like maybe 3 hours or so. And good God, I thought I was going to walk myself to death. That fucking thing. One of the malls that I went to, I parked at the lower level, and then I took the escalator up. That's where, Hot Topic was. And when I went to go back down the escalator, the down escalators were all disabled. So I couldn't go back down. I couldn't find a way to walk back down. So I literally had to go out at the second story level and walk about a quarter of a way around the fucking building.
I think that was Saturday, Doc.
Was it Saturday?
I think so.
I was fucking beat, man. By the time I got to the car, I was tired.
Don't you get started too. That's my thought.
What?
They're playing with each other, and they keep getting like their claws like in my butt or in my thigh. When they're not trying to get their claws into each other, and it's just like, I know you guys are like playing. Okay, now Wiggles is licking me an apology. I'm okay with that because it's cute and it's tiny, and they're cute and they're tiny, and I'm going to fucking murder them. I'm sorry. I apologize. I keep interrupting. I'm gonna go mute so I can.
No, we're enjoying this.
It's adorable. I have to go anyway.
Well, it is like 5:30, Kadati.
Can we show bitches?
We can. We went top to bottom last time. We'll go bottom to top this time. Watch, start us off, please.
I'm running Shenanigans on Friday. That's like at fucking 8. And then Saturday, there's going to be Vin Nanacast because he sent money to read a Twilight version of My Immortal, apparently by the same author.
No. Just no.
Oh, yeah, no. I actually had to pay the other people.
I was gonna be like, I'll join you, but
you were feeling kind of sort of way.
no, but I wasn't invited to join the party anyway, so.
Well, it just happened today at before I went to bed.
By the way, speaking of going to bed, good night, Ghost Dog.
But if you want to join in for this fucking cancer, you're more than welcome.
Didn't the last time cheat you?
No, it didn't. Because, as I've said before, I'm a whore, and I will take money to read terrible things.
Yeah, I actually pretty much have that Vin concert shirt done. There were just a couple people who didn't send me dates for the back of it, but everything's all mapped out and done and ready to go go into the store so Vin can have his very own shirt.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Okay, Joker.
This is the Full Metal Joker. If you enjoyed everything that's been going on here, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Once you're done with that, please feel free to check out my channel. It's under my real name, BRYNKING. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys later.
And Kadanti, did you have anything you wanted to show?
I am the Full Metal Pickle from the Full Metal Pickle channel. I run nocturnal transmissions on Wednesdays and Thursdays, your pre-IRS destination when Doc and Kadunta decide to run. And I also do that sounding board show where I talk about music and stuff on Tuesdays.
Very nice.
Yeah, also,
I'm gonna since I haven't done it for a while, I'm gonna shell tea.
okay. Well, I can, yeah. Okay. I was gonna do,
You can shell pickles.
yeah. Do you guys like pickle? Did you know that pickle has shirts and stuff like that? And those shirts and stuff like that could be found on Full Metal Pickles Tea Public Store. That's right, Full Metal Pickles Tea Public Store, featuring a good handful of different gherkin-related designs. So if you're feeling briny, make sure to stop by Full Metal Pickles Tea Public Store.
If you're feeling briny, it's time to go shiny. Okay, I have to close wish.com because
Could you get away from that? It's a cheap hooker.
I closed it. I bought a WWE book off of Amazon instead, so I'm good. And oh god, I can't wait to read it because I've heard it's just a horror show. So yeah, all of our stuff, if you're looking to check out the latest socializing on media, is available for Knut and myself down in the descriptor. I got a Streamlabs. I don't know if it fucking works. I'm gonna have to try to donate to myself to see if it actually works. But also, I've got if you want to become an enabler, my Patreon link's down there. But let me get a drink, and I'll do this. I have not done the T Public thing in quite a while. Okay, there we go. If you're looking for the finest in bootleg medical merchandise, look no further than Doc Griffin's Tea Public Store. That's right, Doc Griffin's Tea Public Store. Now featuring over 32 designs from your favorite YouTubers. So stop by Doc Griffin's Tea Public Store and buy something. Damn it. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody who was on the show this evening. That includes the Full Metal Pickle, the Full Metal Joker, Bunny, 3/4 Yoda, and Watch. But that's only half the cast. The other half is you. Yes, you. I'm pointing to you in the chat. You help to keep things lively, and we certainly appreciate you for that. So, for my magical, mystical, malevolent, magnificent, maleficent, not named Marjorie, co-host, Cadunt, and myself, Doc Griffin. Thanks everybody for stopping out this evening. And if you would please just do me one simple favor. Would you just leave the money on the dresser? Bye.
Call the herd.
What are we calling the herd for?
Oh, you kids today.